Good evening, Australia. Woo! Hello, the rest of the world. Get yourself a cup of coffee, crack open a can of Red Bull, call that number that you found in a bathroom stall several weeks ago. That'll bring you the respite and energy that you require for the rest of this evening. It is going to be one of the most painstaking Sunday nights you've ever had since the last time you went to church. This is going to be everything you've ever wanted in your life and perhaps even a little bit more, because someone at the end of this is going to be in absolute pieces. Pezza, I predict that'll be us. Yep. But 240 runs, I don't know if I've got it in me, man. This is going to be nothing but pain. Nothing but pain.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a game. We have a fucking game. Before today, this entire game was meant to be about the pomp, circumstance, pageantry, arrival of the Asian century. And it may still well be. It may still well be. Bottoms up. A Red Bull's knocking about and a black coffee for me.
Cheers. It is. It's 10 minutes to midnight, which would be a wonderful song if you are interested in 1980s music.
Now, so the question for Australia is: can they spring the biggest upset in Australian sporting history by chasing down these runs on a low, slow, dry, turgid shit tip that's been prepared?
Do you dare to dream?
We want people in Ahmedabad to let us know, has the Jew come in? And I'm not referring to the protests of the Palestinian supporter who came onto the field earlier.
Not necessarily.
And from India's perspective, the question is, the administration, the government, the bureaucracy, the polis itself has led the Indian horse to water. Can the horse drink?
Here comes Bumrah, first ball. It's an event. Oh, yeah, runs! Boys! Save him! Right. Save him!
Whose catch was that? Does the horse not want to drink? Does the horse not want to drink? We lead you to the water.
Australia wins their 6th World Cup.
Wow.
First ball.
Is that Virat?
It's gone to the king.
No.
The king didn't want it. He didn't want it.
Dear.
I can't do this.
He moved away from it as well.
I can't do this another 4 hours.
No, we're cooked here.
Oh my
This is cooked.
God.
I think India have 80 too many.
Oh my God. Okay, Bumrah's second ball.
So you should go for 6. Get through.
Yeah.
Yes, rolling through.
Yes.
Come on, Australia. We need these runs now. Get in there. Is there dew on that ball?
Okay. Do they run 3? Are they athletic enough, Australia?
See,
they run 3 cricket runs.
Ladies and gentlemen, the thing with this live stream is that in the past when we've commentated, and this is a hell of a concession, but there may have been some games where we didn't give a fuck about what was going on. And you can talk about all sorts of stuff. You can say the ball's gone for 6. Now I want to see a woman.
Yeah.
But for this game, I appreciate there's questions coming through. There's perspectives to talk about. There is all sorts of bullshit. And it is 4 hours. So we have started in a rollicking fashion.
We've got a special guest coming. Carl Rackerman's on the way.
Yeah, I really need Head to get out of this over. There's still 4 balls left.
Yeah, two balls, and I'm fucking Pezza. I've got all my chips, and I am all in. I'm sorry, I'm all in on this game.
If we don't make 115 in this power play, we're in a lot of trouble.
They've got 2 slips in. He's going to round the wicket now to Travis Head. It's going to be decking away.
He's just not going to survive. He's trotting in now.
Oh God! What's he doing?
His feet are everywhere.
Everywhere.
Take some questions here.
I'm gonna have a nice relaxing sip of Red Bull at midnight.
Okay. Thanks you, sir. You can get your questions in Super Chat. That will guarantee that we read it.
Yeah.
Or you can get them in on Patreon. We've got a Patreon chat too. You have to sign up for that, or just write them in if it's funny and we see it, we'll read it. Severe Venkatesh, thanks for that. He says, ready for Australia to embarrass themselves in front of Dua Lipa herself. I mean, is she there? Was
Dua Lipa a no-show? She was a no-show.
Okay.
Just to give some context.
Get through! Let's
Come on!
We're both away now.
It's only 2:30 to win now.
To win now. I mean, it's effectively 2:30. 10 wickets in.
Has Modi left the stadium yet? This is the earliest of early crows.
Absolutely.
Clip this up and Australia's all out for 50.
We had the most solemn, sober team meeting 5 minutes before coming on air, asserting to ourselves that we would not go the early crow, that we would take it easy, that we'll be up and about for India's eventual success in this game.
Yeah.
And look at us just fucking blind leading the blind.
Yeah.
Is there one there? Oh, I'm getting greedy.
Okay, boring. And this is why ODI cricket will never survive. There's a dot ball. I'm bored. What else is on? Has anyone seen the new season of The Crown? Can we watch a bit of that? Just to give some context about what's happening here, we're obviously in Melbourne watching this game.
Australia's 73% win predictor. See you later, mate.
Get in the bin, mate.
There's a 12-year-old doing that. Seriously.
It's midnight in Australia, Sunday night. Pez and I are going. Are we going the full hog? Is that what you would say?
Yeah, the whole hog?
Yeah, they're going the whole Brad hog.
Yeah.
So Pez and I are here, and obviously our producer Charlie as well.
Get through again. Yes, that's runs.
The bin lid has gone through.
And does it actually get into the fence and pick up dew along the way?
Get Dua Lipa. Get Dua Lipa all over the ball. Okay.
Let us know. Has the dew come in? And thank you, Basher Cam. Pezabai, your skin is glowing. What is your face care routine? I do have a slight face care routine. Thank you for saying that. Although I just went for a long run today, which I have desperately needed to do, which is quite obvious if you appraise the chassis. And I tend to find on a hot day, it just helps the skin. So running is helpful, and a little bit of moisturize before we come on air.
Yeah, I just bathe myself in yogurt.
It's a beautiful drink, isn't it? Moisturizer. It's a drink for your face.
Just to finish that thought about what's happening here, Charlie, our producer, obviously he's with us as well. He might jump on the microphone at some point to read out some of your comments, questions, thoughts, and provocative
rhetoric.
Pros. Mohammed Shami, now he's an interesting guy.
Wow, they've bumped Siraj. Interesting guy.
He's an interesting guy.
That's one way of saying it.
Has he done anything in the tournament so far? Let's find out how quickly he'll take his first wicket.
That's right. Well, it usually takes him
as he comes into Warner.
Balls, and Warner walks it in.
And it's a wide.
That's a wide.
Yeah.
Good on you,
burn one.
Here we go.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm exhausted already.
Yeah, right.
So we're in for this for the whole way. Pez and I got in. We watched the whole first innings together here. Obviously, didn't jump on air because 8 hours of this would be pretty exhausting. I might need a break in a second. Actually, we've been on for 7 balls.
What about Virat? Didn't want it. Oh, Virat.
You know, and that's
the difference between winners.
Yeah. That's right. I mean, he's the greatest ODI player of all time, and the best player of the generation. But he takes the catch, and he takes the catch.
And the crowd love that.
And Warner's out. Warner's out to a sharp catch from Virat Kohli. First slip. Yeah, there you go.
Just as we were explaining that Virat didn't want the World Cup enough, he was looking at Shubman Gill the way that he looked at the pitch after he was dismissed.
Yeah.
And just as we say that, he takes a very sharp catch to his left, wheeling away, finger up. I believe that's at Modi, and Shami has only taken 3 balls for his first wicket. Is that correct?
That actually might be his first legal delivery.
Yeah, that's right. Don't talk about legalities with Shami at the moment. Learning that today. But it is 16 for 1, India back on top. Is it still 73% chance of winning for Australia?
Yeah. Well, that would have been a wide. That would have been a wide had Warner left that. But, and those are the fine margins that you're playing with here.
Well, we do have to remember that Warner has been playing for India, essentially, this tournament.
Pretty much.
And he's pretty much let us know that as well. But what it does mean is that the Bison gets 8 overs of power play because I think after that, it's not going to be easy for him.
I did think about, I wonder if India would open with Jadeja. Just given, like, if the Jew does come in, then it might be harder for him later. And it looked fucking hard for India to get away. Our slow bowling Zampa and Maxwell and even head bowling a couple of overs looked tough. But, I think there are many ways to skin a cat for India in this game.
I think India has so many ways to skin that cat.
241. It's a long way away. Yeah, it's a long way away.
It's a long way away.
But geez, we were up and about for that first over.
It was, you know what? We've had a really good time.
we had a good tournament.
Yeah. Now, Bison's got to go back over the top here.
Well, let him
know his boss.
Yeah.
Oh,
my Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Now, that means that wicket will mean that Shami will finish the tournament leading wicket taker of the tournament, having missed half the games.
Another win for India.
Yeah. He went past, he was on 23 with Zampa. He was on 23 alone, then Zampa was on 22. He's on 23, taking 1 wicket, picking up Bumrah there at the end, and now Shami picks up wicket with his first legal delivery. So he's now the leading wicket taker of this edition of the Cricket World Cup.
You know what this commentary is missing, he goes? Haydos.
Yeah, the big DOS.
Yeah, the big DOS.
Yeah, the big DOS. He's not just DOS, he's the big DOS.
Yeah, any time codes anyone has from the last innings, just please send them on through, because I think we've got a few new installments to the intro of our podcast.
Are we ready to talk about how bad a shot that is from Warner? Are we ready for that?
Oh my come back. God. Okay, so it's going both ways.
Right, okay. It's off the seam. It's going both ways. Okay. KL Rahul's done well to save 3 runs there.
Okay, so Shami's got it going both ways, and that's just a wrist issue.
Yeah, but he shows you it all the way, doesn't he, Shane?
Yeah.
Like he does show you all of it, so it's actually pretty easy to play.
I've always felt you just need to get forward to him.
Yeah.
Look at that seam presentation. Oh wait, that's just his wide half tracker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably the worst ball he'll bowl, and he's got a wicket from it. Tell you, that's a fucking good catch from Virat. That's
It's one of those idiot slaps. It's one of those balls that actually hits a good length. It's just extreme width. And Warner's just sitting on his heels there. Just, oh, look, I'll throw the bat at it and it'll go.
Do you know how painful this is? Because I just feel like the entire game is in like this first 10 overs for Australia.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if Australia loses 3 wickets, 4 wickets as India did, well, India lost 3 wickets, like it just feels like, it's a long way back from there. But, you know, that's also
that's
that's 5 wides.
And can you hit the fence for me too?
Yes,
Thanks.
you can, Pezza.
Yes,
That's
you can.
5 wides. Okay, so this is a hell of an over from Shami so far. He's bowled 3 legal deliveries and it's gone for 7. He's taken a wicket. But it looks like it's fucking moving everywhere. So I'm nervous.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not calm. I meant to say
No one's
I'm calm,
calm.
but no one's calm.
Oh, look at that deck, man. That's fucking huge. And keeps going.
Okay. Well, helter-skelter commencement to the innings. I mean, I'll tell you what, India is searching for wickets here, which is interesting. Like Shami has got it up. He's attacking the stumps. We're not talking about tight lines on a slow deck. And,
the big bison.
Yeah.
The big bison's just boshed him. Now, how would you feel, Pezza? That's a great shot, by the way. Australia's on 27.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Mate, I can't compute this.
This game is fucking TikTok brain for me.
Yeah.
Fucking P. Diddy's settling with Cassie. The NBA's got fucking colourful courts. Fucking China's doing some sonar stuff with Australian divers.
Exactly. Shami's in the courts. Yeah. And
someone's complaining about ticket prices and live shows.
This will go for another 15 minutes, and then the next 10 runs will come over 90 minutes.
And then we'll remember why ODI cricket's kind of boring.
Exactly.
But not this game. You're invested. I'm invested. You're invested. Australia's invested. India's invested. No one else in the world's invested, to be fair.
That's right.
Because this is actually the worst final possible for other nations, where it's
and
like...
if India don't win, there'll be no investment in TGC.
Which Darth Vader do you want to win?
Yeah.
That's basically the choice for others.
Okay, closer to the stumps there from Shami. He's hunting for poles here, Shami. He's gone pole hunting. It's a shame there aren't more people in cricket feeling safe to do the same. And sport.
Do you know what I watched the other night?
No.
Nah, guess. Out of every media possible, guess what I watched.
You watched an animal and a human. No, what?
I watched an American guy fend off a kangaroo with his son. No, I watched what's that movie called?
After all that,
with Dennis Quaid and Jake Gyllenhaal, the End of the World movie, the Day After Tomorrow.
Okay.
Day After Tomorrow, because I just felt like watching an end of the world movie. That's probably how I generally feel about my life after the end of this tournament, such as the length and depth of it emotionally for me.
Is that happening? You just sort of on an idle kind of Friday? I feel like watching an end of the world movie.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
cool.
Yeah,
play on.
Yeah, and just like how single-minded it all is, because obviously it just happens in America. And then
all this shit does, doesn't it?
Yeah, but just like I didn't realize how basic the dialogue was, just to like set up the story. Now you're going to ask me for examples, and that would be very fair given I'm telling a story.
No, I know not to do that.
Yeah,
no, not just with you. I think it's unfair in life. You're having a fight with your missus or something. They ask for examples.
Yeah.
No, that's the rhythm is not.
You always do this.
That.
Okay, give me an example.
Yeah. Fuck. God, no, you've hurt me there. You've
I've forgotten your name as well.
Stunted me rhythm. Give me an example of your name. No, that's unfair.
You've stunted me growth. I'm only 5'4" now.
Sorry, right. And I stunted what you were saying about the Day After Tomorrow.
Right, second over. Okay. Oh, he's out.
Yeah,
Marsh
okay.
is it.
Oh, I thought he nicked that for sure.
I thought he nicked it. Okay.
It's just actually one of those ones that looks like,
Mate, every single ball is a fucking event.
I know.
I know. And like
we're going to have to get these in the next 5 overs, mate.
I like the ploy. Did he hit it? He did.
It swung away.
He can't have done because K. Rahul caught it.
Boomer's delivered that once again from extra cover.
Yeah, normal stuff. All right, Mitch Marsh is trying to get these in the power play. Right, so it's 4 or out. That's what's happening in this at the moment, right?
There is a question from Grum Mac, and quite a generous question too.
Okay.
Thanks, Grum Mac. All he wants to know is Coates watching this in 2032, or is my delay that bad? I tell you what, from our we do have a free to air broadcast of the game, which means that we're not streaming, and streaming due to technology, is at least 30 seconds behind.
Yeah.
So
my experience at home is that it's about a minute. So yeah, we're fortunate in that regard.
even it's actually just noticing this now. Our free to air shot is 30 seconds faster than our scoreboard as well. So
okay,
is what it is.
Okay.
I mean, it's usually
we can't even fix that because we can't even like offset.
Well,
that
if we stream and go 30 seconds back, which
Yeah.
could be even further back than that, plus take up more internet of this whole place, we introduce other risks into our broadcast.
That's
Let's have a
basically-
business meeting now
he's
in
talking
front of
about
3,000 people.
He's talking about 2032, but like Australia's internet is actually 1997. Let me tell you, if I get a fax, this whole thing's off.
That's right.
If you
Dad
get
says he's coming home.
if your pager goes off, we're fucked. Oh my God, Travis said, this is fucked.
What's he doing?
Mate, I'm not enjoying this.
Yeah,
I hate this.
Yeah, but you've always hated it.
I'll tell you what I hate. I hate a circuit.
Yeah, exactly. And I hate to hit cricket balls. Oh, Hassan Ali's joined the chat. Is it the Hassan Ali?
This is fucked, man. I hate this. I hate it. Let me know how much you're hating it in the comments.
How much you got? And also,
This
can
isn't
you give
even
us some
squeaky bum
advice?
time.
Just if this goes the way we expect it to, which is a coronation for India, the keys to the cricketing world as understood by the public at large. We all know India's controlled the game since 2008, but this is really the awakening of the rest of the world realising that India controls it. Where do you guys want us to land on the a cry more, suck off spectrum? Do you guys prefer the suck off, or do you get more happiness from us crying, and not just crying, but crying more than we previously had?
Yeah, insinuating that we have already been
crying.
Yeah. A precipitation of tears has already commenced.
That's right. It's really an increase in the amount of tears that you previously had.
Oh my God.
Oh, Jesus
It's
Christ.
fucking unplayable.
This is cooked. They're going to do us out right here. Just to clarify, the cry more suck off index spectrum. Where would you like us on that? Just a question for people to deal with.
You know what's fucked is that like we figured that, I mean, Australia used to be fair going at 10 and over so far in the first 3 overs, but that like you have to score heaps of runs at the beginning. It's probably the easiest time to bat. And I'm just looking at 8 or 9 plays and misses so far.
Yep.
A catch not even put down by Kohli first ball. A couple of wides. It's like that's decked so far that KL Rahul can't even get a mid on it. And a couple of nice shots, and that's in the first 18 deliveries. So
I've got more concern about Australia's ability to bat when there's no pace on the ball. This is like our best shot, because even though it's going past the bat, there's still some pace and we can hit through the field if we get any wood on one. Or if KL Rahul can glove one.
Shami wouldn't mind just getting the radar right. There's 3 more runs for Australia with wides. Oh, and
is that buzzers?
Oh,
God, Jesus! I was about to go nude around the street.
Well, speaking of nudity, we were fortunate enough to be invited to the Today Show, which is probably the most watched show in Australia. We've been on a couple of times after the Ashes and whatever the last game was, the South Africa semi-final for Australia. Carl Stefanovic, the host of that program, TV personality, he said that if Australia win on Sunday night, we have to come back on Monday naked. So I have mixed feelings about the game, generally speaking. And because he said that means we have to do that. It wasn't he didn't ask us, he just said we have to do that. So
I wonder why.
Yeah.
Others who might not know Carl from Today may know him as the other character in the footage of Michael Clark at Noosa. I'm serious.
Yeah.
He was Michael's friend attempting to stop Michael Clark and his unfortunate dispute with his partner at the time.
Well, Carl saw it coming that he was going to pop a calf doing that, yeah?
And Michael Clark said, "Carlos, you can't."
Well, there goes the monetization of this stream.
I've done it again. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Clark Kent. I did it last time as well. It's one of our most ever watched videos, and I threw that word in there, and it wasn't even worth it.
Just got a stranglehold on the feeding of that. Oh well, you can still find it. As with all our other mistakes, you can find on the internet. Charlie, do you want to read a comment?
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Charlie,
who's
our producer.
Hello. We don't have a. All right, mate. It's our show, but
wow, they're here for me, right? I'm sure I have one friend in here.
Okay.
Someone just paid £2 to ask if the bookshelves were from IKEA. So
good. Keep the rhythm of this. Bison.
Has he got? He's got all of it.
He's got all
six.
of it.
That was very Daryl Mitchell-esque. That is massive.
Well, he's bombed downtown there.
Oh my God. I mean, that's a little bit on the nose pace of that stuff, but
Yeah, it's true actually. Yeah.
no, they were from where were these from?
You got them, I believe.
Yeah, actually, might have been IKEA. Now I think about it. Yeah, might have been. Yeah.
Yeah. Good question though.
Yeah.
For sure.
Not much. Not much.
Was it a
else
sledge?
going
Do you think
on.
that was a sledge?
No.
Or was he just generally? He's just generally.
Or
I think he named
if
the
he wants to
model
pay
as-
$2 more to clarify whether he was sledging or not,
He
he's
named
very
the
welcome.
model.
Yeah, he named the model.
That will pay for the bookcase.
I think he already knew, and he just wanted confirmation.
And is there deuce there?
Is
I
there
believe
deuce?
there is. There's deuce.
Utah. Give me 2.
Boomerang bowls it in.
Yeah. Okay.
That's not. That's just for you. It's Lana Del Rey. It's all for you.
That's right.
It's all for you.
Lana Del Rey.
Big boss. Yeah.
Something for the eyes.
Do you think Indians in the crowd and around their nation are, quote, bricking it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's already squeaky bum time, but I feel that
That's
as well.
because they've won every game by 450 plus runs. Like this is a free hit for Australia, isn't it?
They've already done better than what I thought because they're only
Yeah.
if they got bowled out now they lose by 200.
Exactly.
That's better than what I thought. Oh, Mitch Marsh, nice. Oh, I thought he was going to knock that
Get
on.
his runs there too.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
How are people feeling in the comments, Charlie? What's the general vibe? Is it is there energy? Is there nerves? Do you feel nerves in the chat?
Oh, there's a bit of bookshelf chat now.
I
Really
famously speak about bookshelves when I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Not much good, to be honest, at the moment.
Yeah, okay.
Bit upset.
Well, there's some feedback for the audience there. Not much good there, guys. Bit of bookcase stuff.
I wouldn't mind some genuine feedback as to whether the dues come in.
Yeah.
It's just very difficult to tell. We've also got no sound, so we can't
We've got
hear
the
other
sound
commentary.
off. Otherwise, we'd be killed by the powers that be.
Shami Tobias, he's
what a
downtown
shot.
again,
They
and that's just
changed
why
the field to that
they've
ball.
moved him. Okay, that's fair enough.
But that is another expensive over from Shami. So 23 of his 2 overs. But fuck me, he looks dangerous. Or is that just me being nervous? You know,
He's pole hunting.
he's hunting.
Yeah,
He's pole hunting.
he's bowling straight.
The
He's
Germans
bowling
did that in the
straight.
30s.
Yep.
Yeah. You know that page on Instagram, Boss Hunting?
Yes.
Enjoyable page, but now I think about it, silly name, Boss Hunting. What does that mean? Because like in Northern England, like if something's boss, they say boss a lot.
Yeah,
Well, it's
I
definitely
mean,
Liverpool.
Boss has taken on a very powerful online kind of
Yeah.
meaning in that like you have like in the UK that's boss.
Yeah, right.
For a bit more urban, and then you've got like I'm a girl boss. I want to be a girl boss.
Oh, yes,
you know
yes,
what I'm
yes,
saying.
yes.
And so and then I think in that little orbit, there's a sort of like that ambition to get to that level.
I'm nervous for this ball, Pez.
Yeah, me too.
And for good reason, squares him up deluxe, pushes it to Jadeja, backward point, no run.
Oh, Fred Entwistle writes in, I was thinking about this today. Do they remember my questions about did God champ Jesus at the Union Chapel live show in London? I was thinking about that question today on my run.
What was the question?
Did God champ? So we did our live show
Yeah.
at the Union Chapel in London.
Right.
We did 2 nights there, 1,000 seaters. It was very cool. Guest on the first night, Graham Swan. Second night, Michael Vaughan. I'm surprised Fox allowed Michael Vaughan to do that.
Yeah,
And anyway, there was a question from the audience on the first night saying because we're in Union Chapel, so surrounded by the trinkets and accoutrements of Jesus, and he's as expressed by the Anglican Church.
Yes. Bread for his,
all of that. Yeah, stained glass gear. And he said, "Did God champ Jesus?" And I think Hitler came into it somehow. And you said, "I thought Hitler was just signaling buys," and then I said, "I thought Jesus on the cross was just signaling a wide."
Has he hit that?
Oh, has he hit it?
He's hit it.
Yeah,
he's
he's
out.
And he's out.
And he's out. It's a half trucker, and he's not reviewed it. He's not reviewed it.
Yeah,
so he's
this match is going at a breakneck speed.
My God, that was a
Look, the camera's shaking.
that was a genuine bad ball bowled by Bumrah, a half tracker. Mitch Marsh's tried to hit it into next week, and he's just got an under edge maybe.
No.
Through to KL Rahul.
Oh, it's just half track of pull.
Yeah, under
And
edge.
he's under edged it. Well,
Oh my God.
you know,
That's the way it goes.
India, you're back on? You're back with us, India? We
Yeah.
told you. 80-run victory.
Yeah. And here come the views.
Here they come steaming in. Yeah, that's right.
But Mitch Marsh made a brisk 15. He gave us some memories. A great World Cup for him. Couple of hundreds. Highlights, a wonderful time. I've enjoyed all of it. And, Australia's done well in this World Cup.
It's been a very good World Cup.
They can
for
be proud of their
Australia.
second place.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And they've given India a good run for their money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlie, there's a super chat there.
Yeah. Do you think the Richards will circuit after this final? What's a cricket umpire circuit like?
Illingworth
Tom
and
West.
Kettleborough.
Oh, it's very sick.
The
It's-
Richards.
Yeah,
The
it's very
Richards.
it's very sick. It's stuff that needs monitoring
What does?
when umpires circuit.
Oh, yeah.
I just yeah.
Yeah, so it's sort of often around
It's-
preschools, isn't it?
That's so off.
That'd be up there with one of the worst things I've ever said.
Great game, Dick. Off to the preschool. Didn't even need to say it. Cheers. And they cheers 2 glasses of cold milk. They're just nice guys. Nice guys umpiring a game. They've had a good game. He asked the question.
Where did they get the milk from?
That's how they circuit, mate. They're standing there in Y fronts. Y fronts and socks.
Cheers, Richard. Cheers, Richard.
Y fronts and socks. Cheers milk off to the nearest preschool in Ahmedabad. God damn it. Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
No.
Oh, my God.
India's doing well. India's doing well.
Yeah. I hide my pain through comedy.
Someone's asking.
Fucking hell, man. Okay, well, the whole innings now for Australia rest on Steve Smith.
Yep. And there's a lot to suggest that there won't be a lot of resting.
A standing ovation for Jasprit Bumrah, who's busted the game wide open. So, Travis Head is still in, and he is likely to try and keep teeing off. So we're looking at like potentially 3 wickets getting in the power play, as India was, 3 wickets in the first 11 overs.
And then can Australia nurdle the
Yeah.
way India did? Or it's just a due. It's just a question of due.
Yep. Different to A Question of Sport, which is a program on UK TV.
Correct.
Yeah, that's a completely different thing.
There is another inappropriate joke there as well, but I think we've gone too far.
I can never drink milk again. Mother's milk.
That was a bar in Paran. Is it
Was
still
it?
there? Don't know. Anyway,
I don't think so.
Showing
Oh,
my age.
Right, okay. Shammy to Head. What are we looking at here?
1 for 23. You're going to get back in on the action. It's been a little while since you've taken a wicket.
Oh, my God.
He's
He's
smashed that.
smashed
He's
it.
smashed
Yeah,
that,
review
hasn't
it.
he?
Review it.
You can see the camera shaking.
Yeah, review it. I mean,
Please review it.
Coley's just sprinted at him.
Yeah, Carahul wants it.
That'd be a terrible review if they do.
I thought he smashed it.
Yeah, he's middled it.
Surely the Big Bear's too smart for
Yeah,
that.
come on.
The Big Bear's too smart to review that.
They're just playing. They're playing it up for the camera here. They're playing it up.
He
Yeah,
knows
2-1. Not going to get in
See you
time.
later.
See
He
you
knows
later.
it. Yeah, see, the Big Bear's on, mate. I like how he doesn't give a
But
fuck.
I think every player there knew that wasn't out. But they want the carry.
Oh, you
on.
think so?
They want the crowd involved. 100%, man. Yeah. I mean,
Oh, he didn't hit it at all.
didn't he? So the camera's just in the way.
Gee, these boys know their cricket.
I thought he's fucking smashed it. My mistake.
Will says the due is imminent. So,
How does one know that?
well, yeah, his name's Will too. So,
Yeah. I mean, come on.
yeah. God, what a helter-skelter start to this game.
I'd say it'd be terrible. Like the worst place in the world would be next in this environment. Like, I mean, being out in the middle, not that bad. I reckon. I mean, in my time playing in Indian World Cup
scoring
finals.
the 40s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ball goes up in the air. I'm in. That feeling when you're about to be in.
Yeah. I cannot believe Mitch Marsh has nicked that.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, both of the good balls that have been bowled so far,
Yeah.
neither of the
They've been
wicket-taking balls
dismissed to
have
the
been.
2 worst balls in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that goes to show there's no pace on the wicket because there's an under edge there for Marsh. But, live by the sword, die by the sword.
Okay, so Shamian again. It's been a long time between wickets for Shami.
Yeah. Oh, my God, that's fucking accurate. Just exposes the stump's head. Like
Yeah,
he's batting very leg
just
side of
gives
the ball.
himself. Yeah, he just stays leg side and swings.
You know that one's nipping off the seam here
Yeah.
with Shami, and it's Stump City.
It's funny, isn't it?
Not really.
It feels like. No, it's not out. You're right. Sorry, I'll withdraw my comment.
Do you know what smells amazing? That coffee.
It's a great aroma, isn't it?
Yeah.
That coffee. I'm not used to it at 12:22 a.m.
Little off-putting, yeah. I wouldn't,
to be fair.
I wouldn't usually pop a Red Bull.
Yeah.
My second one of the night, by the way.
But we are used to this, given that this is when the IPL starts. And
Yeah, no, just the camera's on, just performing generally.
That's right. Typically, we'll be watching every ball between 12 and 4 a.m., which is when it occurs in Australia.
That's right. The game would have just started.
And then waking up or staying up and performing our review of said game.
Sure, we're filtered. Interesting that Siraj didn't get the new ball. I thought, Siraj always opens the bowling. I'm just thinking about in the Asian Cup final.
That's a change.
Yeah, that's a change.
That's a change.
So that could be a due element as well. They want him with bowling without due on the ball if it hasn't come in.
Well,
if Will is correct.
At what point do they just go, well, Shami, you have taken 7 for in your last game.
You have been the best bowler in this World Cup.
How about you have a crack with the new rock?
Yeah, let's give you the new pill.
The new agate. The new seed.
The new Agatha Christie.
Saying in the Northern Irish accent, Agatha.
Daniel Aggett.
Nice.
Doesn't really make sense.
Did you think he was a good player, Daniel Agger?
I did, yeah. Yeah.
Liverpool, quality player?
Yeah.
What did he win at the club? Exactly.
FA Cup.
Yeah.
Keep making noise with my mouth just to exhibit that I'm pondering.
Was that noise you make? Yes. You're like a goldfish coming up for air that he doesn't need because goldfish can breathe underwater.
Very rarely you see goldfish come up for air.
The dumbest goldfish you've ever seen.
Oh my God.
Thick as 2 bricks.
Yeah. He's as thick as shit.
Yeah, thick as pig shit.
Thick as pig shit.
Shubham Kunal says every time you guys say Jew, D-E-W, I hear Jew, J-E-W. Well, that's a U problem.
Yeah.
Shubham.
It's almost like they're exactly the same word, just spelled differently.
No, see now we've unleashed a lot of people who are talking about that, and that's totally our responsibility. I feel like it's okay if we do it.
Oh, I see.
That's wrong.
Oh, I see.
Because a lot of people have shit chat, you see.
Yeah. Often on the internet, exhibited.
There was a $20 super chat that's probably worth addressing.
Yep.
Vamsy says, thanks for everything you guys do. Best sports podcast along with Pat McAfee. Any plans for a US tour?
What was the guy's name?
Vamsy.
Vamsy.
Thanks, Vamsy. Very kind of you to say. I saw a really good clip from the Pat McAfee show the other day where a 9-year-old called in.
Yeah, from Boston, yeah. I know, you're saying fuck Boston or whatever.
Yeah, that's right. That was good. They sounded good, those guys.
Yeah. Massive show.
Well, yeah.
US stuff.
Yeah. Whereas this is we're in my garage.
Yeah. It's
Cameras aren't even on.
Our show only goes into the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Like places like India.
US tour. Well, the World Cup is there, as everybody knows, and there is a lot of movement on that front. And TGC always aims to cover cricket that satisfies us commercially. So even when it doesn't,
the WBBL after this.
That's right. No, we've been talking to people in the US. We're keen, and I'm confident that we'll be doing some stuff there. But there's nothing set in stone. Emma Stone, Sharon Stone.
Damn it, that's what I was going to say. In that order.
Roger Stone. Oliver Stone. I lost 10 stone.
Word association's the best. Just see how long you can keep going for.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
Well, nothing's really happened in the last sort of 8 minutes, and maybe we'll just watch the highlights tomorrow morning and come back. I don't know. So after this, by the way, as soon as the game finishes, we will just take a breath, and then much like a goldfish does, just sort of come up for air, and then
Think as pig shit goldfish.
and then what
Get
a shot.
through there. That's a brilliant shot.
You know what? And it deserved 4 runs.
Are you on, Steve? Are you with us tonight, Stephen?
An on drive is one of the prettiest strokes that you'll see.
And one of the hardest strokes to play.
It is, isn't it? It's hard to access the leg side.
What's that goldfish's name?
Trevor.
Fucking Trevor's back. It's a great
And then we'll be
shot.
doing the review for this game as soon as it finishes. We'll obviously just take a breath, but so. And how that's going to go, it really does depend, obviously what happens in the game, how the review's going to go. Sort of depends what happens in the match, But we were thinking about just reading comments that we've received over the past sort of 2 months if Australia win and then that's the show.
I think the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, if Australia wins tonight, and I'm only saying that because it's a mathematical
There's two teams.
possibility.
Two teams can
There's
win
two
it.
teams. So,
Yeah.
just remind me, just say probability down the track. I just got to ask you. I want to ask you a question about that. We'll be releasing 2 videos. The first one will be us actually just laughing down the barrel of the camera for 15 minutes. You've got to understand that's what that will be. Kind of like Sideshow Bob.
Yeah.
But that looks out. That looks out. And it is out.
Fired him.
Yeah, he's smashed him. That's out.
Are you going to burn one?
Of course he will.
Yeah.
Of course he will. He'll find a way to
Outside the
review
line?
this. Yeah. Or is he accepted?
I think
that's just absolutely
he's walking off.
salmon.
He's walking off. Oh my God. Oh, Boomer's just done him.
And Smith's
Well,
let everybody
that could
know.
be the game, Pezza. 47 for 3, Smith out. You've asked is Steve Smith on? He played a nice shot earlier.
Yeah.
But then it's actually a very similar ball. He got, was it Rizwan? Yeah, it was Rizwan in the Pakistan game. Just fucking pace off cutter, and it bowled Rizwan in that game.
Well, he indicated with his own off spinning action, Steve Smith, that it's gripped off the wicket.
Yeah.
And it does look like a fast off spinner, but it's just beaten him.
I mean, outside the line is the only thing that could have had going.
That
but
was salmon.
It looks fucking out. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and got Collie in his face a little bit there, so that's good.
I mean, it's just too good.
Yeah.
The bowling's just too good. So what are we looking at here? What have we got left? We got
A lot of Indian players with no lid.
Marnus, Inglis,
Maxwell.
and then after that the bowlers. That's what you got. So you're looking at Travis Head playing one of the all-time great innings here to win. Australia 3 for 47, going at sevens.
Plenty of time. That's the last thing we need. Seriously.
I mean, yeah, overs no issue.
Give us 20. We need to get this done in 20 overs, or we're really fucked.
Well, the good thing is the player of the match, Jadeja, hasn't even bowled yet.
See, Sarah said, Pez, don't jinx them by talking about winning before it's done. Sarah, I have mentioned Australia losing this game somewhere in the region of 24 times in the last 2 weeks.
I think we have never been more certain of anything than India winning this game.
Yeah.
But, it's just a mathematical equation that, Australia is more likely to win this game than England or South Africa or New Zealand or the other teams,
You see, actually, now in retrospect, I think Incumbent should have batted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So,
fairly
now
obvious.
let's get that spin going.
It's fairly obvious.
Let's start to look for scapegoats and escapegoats.
Oh, my God. Well, Head's just cut one off stump.
Well, it's the only way he knows.
I just feel so confident that Shami's taking a wicket in this over, and it's going to be Travis Head, and then that really is the game. 4 for 50, chasing 240. Outside the line.
Fuck me.
Should have taken one.
Wow.
I cannot believe he hasn't taken one.
Wow.
Outside.
Well, you know
Steve
what?
Smith was
It
outside the line.
And Hetty's fired him off there. Hetty said, see you later. You're better out than in.
Fucking hell.
Wow, the one that Smith actually doesn't review. That's the first time I've seen him accept a
Yeah.
decision.
I thought you just take one, Smith. You just take one with you.
Wow. Travis Head's in 2.
Yeah. Travis said, despite trying to hit every ball for 4, was 10 off 17.
It's starting to come together for India.
Yeah. It's actually very similar to the England game where England bowled them out for 220 or something, and then but India still won the game by 100.
How certain does India need to be of victory before the camera does pan to Modi?
Yeah. Coming far
It's going to
away.
be 5 down, 6 down, and then it's going to cut to Modi, and then the crowd's going to erupt.
I mean,
Which is
there's 45 minutes of discussion there about Steve Smith not taking a review there. That's actually incredible.
Well, I have to say, and it's caught on air, I thought it was absolutely salmon trout. So I can't really, in retrospect, go, he absolutely should have reviewed that.
Initially, my first instinct was it was outside the line.
It looked-
I'm
even
looking at that. It
there,
looks
that
plumb.
looks out.
Yeah, it looks plumb.
I reckon BCCI is stitching us up there. Just go, no, it was outside. Cat, pigeons,
You know
psychology.
What? If they did that, fucking good luck
Yeah,
to them. That's funny.
absolutely. That's what I'm saying.
That's funny.
Cock out.
Yep, 100%.
Bob's your uncle.
I mean, we could get a full 8 hours of sleeping if this keeps going. It's a fucking great result. Come back tomorrow.
Rob said Joel Wilson would have given that, so wouldn't have given it. Good
Who's
point.
Jill
Good point.
Wilson?
Jill.
That's Joel Wilson's wife, Jill.
Joel. I just can't read.
He gives his hair gel surnames. I heard the other day Ravi Shastri's got 6 dogs.
Yeah?
Like something like Bouncer, Flipper, Yorker.
Of course he does.
You know.
And they're not going to be handbag dogs.
Spinner.
Are they? They're going to be the biggest dogs you've ever seen.
And
They're gonna be
Skipper.
Rhodesian Ridgebacks.
Well, I think he originally had 5 dogs, and then one passed away sadly, and then he's brought a 6th one in, and he didn't know what to call it, but it was a big lab. So he said, "You're the skipper. You can lead the rest of them." So that dog's called Skipper. Now they're just dogs, obviously, but nevertheless, it's cool to hear him talk about it.
I wonder what leadership capabilities that dog showed early on, that he was like, no, this guy's a born leader. And it's a cat. That's the weirdest bit.
It's a cat.
It's a goldfish.
It's a goldfish.
So it's Trevor.
That's right. Okay, Shammy, it's been a while for you, brother.
Yeah, boring. Okay.
Wow. Take this bloke off, I reckon.
That a maiden over?
Yep.
Well, he's certainly bowled a few maidens over in his time.
I'm a
Allegedly.
reader of The Guardian.
Allegedly.
I'm a reader of The Guardian.
That should be received well, that joke.
Yeah.
I reckon.
So yeah, if you want to join the conversation, get your super chats in. We're trying to cover a couple of other questions as well, but the chat is going pretty fast, and it's funny. Yeah, the views have gone up since a couple of wickets.
How many
have
people are
fallen.
watching?
4,257.
Feels like a lot.
We really need this Jew to come in.
Yeah.
Has it come in yet?
I like that. One source said that it did. His name was Will.
Yeah, Will said it's imminent. So that's what I'm. Come on, Jew.
He's checking the timetable.
There's an app for it.
It's called Grinder.
Archit says sucker fucker ding dong mates, and then has 5 crying laugh emojis.
Fair enough.
Got to take it, don't you?
100%.
Chat shit, get banged. Dish it out, take it.
Yep.
Too many cooks spoil the broth.
Yep.
Not to be confused with feeling Doss's wrath, as he was saying to Harsher earlier.
Yeah. Yeah. What did
I'm
he
going
say?
to own you for the
I'm gonna
next
own you.
over. The big Doss, feel his wrath or some shit.
A little bit on the nose, sort of that ownership stuff, sort of post-colonialism, isn't it? It's a little bit.
Well, especially because there's only a ball left as well, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Timing's
it
everything.
does. Timing is everything, I guess. Yeah.
Me think amazing.
Well, I suppose we've had a big old flurry to start this, haven't we? Now, why don't we just have a sleep for about 15 minutes? See you when we wake up.
I'll set my alarm clock here.
How about I wear the Sunrisers Hyderabad lid? We can set a few bets. That's always gone well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. If Australia win from here,
You know what nobody asks me about? Tattooing my cock.
I can't imagine we've ever come up. Every single live show, someone asks. I'm not really sure what they expect. No, the creepiest one for me, and it is creepy.
Oh.
That like when people tweet you or just like comment on something on social media and they're like, "I want to see the tattoo." Like, they're just saying, "I want to see your penis."
I honestly feel complimented that so many people want to see my penis.
Yeah, suppose so.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I suppose so.
All the best, mate.
But I suppose, yeah, once again, you know, you lay down with dogs, you get fleas. That doesn't apply.
Talking about Ravi Shastri's dogs again. Right, okay, we're talking about the game. It's 47 for
47 for 3. India's on their way.
Right.
India's on her way.
Marnus is pinned on the crease.
Yeah.
Travis Head's 10 off 21 despite trying to hit everything for 6. Boomer is buying from cover again. It looks like it's still nipping around. The ball looks fresh.
Yeah, it looks
new.
fresh.
What
There's
are
a
we,
bit of pace on it.
8.4
It's starting to
overs
slow down because they're cutting now. They're bowling cutters.
52 deliveries into the innings.
Yeah.
That's right. Maths. Quick maths. Quick married at first sights.
Yeah, he's bowling cutters now.
He's bowling some cutters.
Boomer.
KRL cannot
And he's missed it.
cannot stop the
KRL. Get
thing.
into the fence there as well because we need it
Yes.
and we get it. Well, that's some under 10 stuff.
KL Rahul needs a backstop at the moment.
Yeah.
Ishan Kishan's out there on the field because Shami's changing his spikes. Maybe that could happen. Maybe that Maybe I could finish a sentence.
Marnus appeared
That
to
is
be
fucking terrible what you're
complaining at that cutter. I mean, Oh, it's all right, Jasper.
I don't know if head in hands is required.
No, neither do I.
I saw Bumrah speaking before the game. He was talking to Harsha, and
Virat wants the crowd up.
Yeah.
It's getting emotional there, isn't it? It's getting very emotional.
oh yeah, I mean they're right on the edge of winning the World Cup. So I think that's fair enough.
But it was like one ball goes for 4 through his legs. It's like, come on, guys, a bit of support.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good.
that's good. And someone should tell him that's our ball.
But we actually don't want to soften the ball up too much. That's actually bad match awareness there from Manasu.
Well, perhaps he was paid.
Hard to argue with that.
Perhaps he was paid, just as Cummins was paid to bowl first upon winning the toss.
So I saw Bumrah talking to Harsha before the game, and because obviously as a sports fan, you want to hate the opposition, and you want to manifest reasons or just invent reasons to dislike the opposition. And I heard Bumrah speaking, and I was like, "Fuck, he's really nice. He's a really humble guy, just well spoken, polite, answered the questions, good humor, and that's upsetting because he's just fucking one of the greatest bowlers, right? In part of this unbelievable attack, and it's like, it would help me emotionally if he was a prick."
Totally.
And he's not, and that's annoying.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lovely wife as well.
Right.
Sanjana.
Yeah.
The whole package is incredible.
Thing.
They've had a baby. He's a lovely, gentle guy.
Right.
Just a highly skillful bowler and a wonderful person. That's the last thing you need.
See, like when Australia had that dominance, when we had the good team,
we had the good grace to give people something to hate at the same time.
Just a pack of flogs.
And I think that's one thing India, is going to need to learn as it assumes greatness and dominance over cricket.
That's right, Pezza.
What are you going to offer oppositions insofar as the opportunity to hate? So that we feel there's some tribalism behind that.
Because Kohli's given us some stuff over the years, some aggression on the field.
Up, but Kohli's very much like if you watch the game for 2 seconds, you realise he's okay. You talk to the guys, they say he's okay. He's good. He's good to go, Kohli. Okay, he's got a bit of red mist about him. That's fine.
Yeah, no, but at least he's giving you something to dislike.
Yeah. Oh, I see. You're complimenting there. Yeah. Reverse. What about Rohit Sharma? How do you dislike it? It's brilliant to watch. He's a big old bear.
Yeah.
He's chill.
You definitely think about the cuddle, don't you? You think about getting the cuddle.
Oh, what a cuddle it'd be, especially early in the morning if he's a bit grumpy and the old hair's out of place. I'm serious.
Shot from Eddie.
Eddie.
Great shot from Travis Head. Guides it down past short third man for 4.
I think it's what
almost on the 55.
A lot of people didn't like about the Amazon Prime documentary is the humanisation of the Australian cricket team. You watch it and you're like, apart from a couple, like the coach, but like you end up going, these are all right.
These
it's like the old line, you never hate anyone whose story you know.
Yeah.
So it's better just to not know people's stories and to hate them blindly without knowing them.
That's why it was tough for me to read the Bible. Because it was in Hebrew, I mean. Shot for the bin lid. Yeah, back-to-back boundaries.
Right, so they're the runs.
Australia back on the charge. Will Australia go undefeated in this World Cup? No, they've already lost 2 games.
Just a question, though.
Just hadn't said anything for a while. Just want to feel something. This Red Bull's gone in my brain.
Yeah. Well, go the lid. Yeah, I feel like this innings is very much like hit a couple of boundaries and then just eat shit for a little while. And just hope that you're still there for the next boundary.
Jadeja's going to have to bowl to head, and there's rough outside. He's off stump at both ends. So, all the best.
All the best,
Eddie. All the best. My God, that must have been close to a chop on. What I wouldn't give.
I say that most nights.
Guy getting to bed. Oh, that must have been close to a chop on.
That's right. Not tonight, babe. Oh, God, must have been close to a chop on. And
I've got a headache again.
Get through.
Buzzers.
Darling, can you stop commentating? That must have been close to a chop on.
It's so dumb. But, that's great cricket.
That's great cricket. That's a little... Hey, we have our own little prism through which we understand the game. You have yours, okay? You've got your people, you've got your ex-players who are excellent commentators, who are analysts of the game, who are good at the game themselves, so explain it in those terms. You have stats nonces who have their own little closed-circuit television following them. That's fine. You have people who play grade cricket. They look at their own little prism as well. We all just apply our own lens to the game.
You've got umpires who hang outside preschools having a cold glass of milk in their wife fronts.
That's right. Cheers in their fresh cow's milk in their socks and wife fronts going to a preschool to celebrate another good umpiring day.
Richard.
They clink glasses and then actually fold their hands over and drink out of the other one.
Like fucking Lady in the Tram. They get one bit of spaghetti,
One straw.
and then they suck it into
Just
each
a
other.
double-sided straw, and they suck the milk to
Now,
each
see,
other.
we were asked recently about what would be one rule change that you would introduce into
I love
cricket.
this sort of chat.
And what I think would be, I think we eradicate the toss and we play a game of gay chicken between the
Yes.
captains. So the captains go in there, a game of gay chicken, and the first to pull out, they lose, and the winner, the one who wins that game, they decide whether to bat or bowl.
The one who's most prepared to kiss the man.
Now that's the kind of thing that will bring people back to the stadiums.
In men's cricket. We're doing that in men's cricket.
That's right.
Jadeja's on
KL
wide.
Rahul cannot fucking stop the thing at the
Yeah,
moment.
symbols.
So he started with a wide, Jadeja bowling around the wicket to head, which is surprising. But extras are
Know what
ticking
you
along
would do?
nicely. Ticking along nicely for Australia. Will that be the difference? I say no.
Now, back to the gay chicken, if that's okay. So you're saying that the change you would make is that instead of a toss of the coin, it would be a game of gay chicken. And
Yeah.
the other thing that would do, the other thing that would do is also, it's quite a progressive little policy setting in cricket there as well.
Exactly. I mean, like we all see how friendly the teams are with each other these days because of the IPL. Well, I say we keep going with it.
We've kissed,
Have we?
didn't we?
Let us know in the comments.
God, who was it?
Someone wrote recently that I think I posted a photo with my girlfriend and they said, I thought you and Pezza were in a relationship, but they said it unironically, which would be a surprise to your wife and children.
She would be surprised. Or would she? It's getting a bit hot in here.
It's getting steamy.
It is getting steamy. Our glasses fog up.
Especially when we talk about those rule changes. I don't know why Jadeja's buying around the wicket. He's trying to get LBW to head, I suppose. That's how he did in the test matches.
Just get it to straighten, can't he?
I would have thought he would have bowled into that shit outside the off stump.
Why do you
The
take?
rough.
Why do you take him over Cow, Hetty?
Yeah.
Just throw it away.
Yeah.
Throw it away over Cow. Oh
my
God, that's come back a long
God,
way.
how was that? Get 2 for that?
Is there two deuce?
He's got 2 for it. So he's tried to cut a ball from Jadeja on off stump. Are they looking to review? They think it might have hit the pad first. They're going to burn one.
We wouldn't be trusting Cal Rahul at the moment in his eyesight.
Yeah.
Harsh.
He scored the highest. He's in line with man of the match. But, symbols. He's leading the band at the moment.
Walker Noodle says our hybrid name would be Peggins.
Yeah, nice. Oh, that's out. That's plum. That's absolutely plum.
Only just
So it's
I was busy
been given
talking to you
not out?
about pegging.
It's
so-
been given not out.
yeah. He's got a review, doesn't he?
Has to.
It's got to be reviewed.
Oh, Sharma doesn't want it. Rohit doesn't want it. That looked absolutely plum to me. They've got 2. They've got 2 in the Hutch, don't they? Yeah.
Doesn't review. Gone.
Too
See you
late.
later.
Did you see that?
No, I was talking to you about pegging.
Yeah, of course. Did you see that, Charlie?
No.
No, okay. Well,
Well, Jadeja basically started running at
yeah,
head.
I thought that was absolutely salmon. But, I have been wrong before. Not about cricket, of course, but just in other elements of life. Quite consistently as well. It's alarming.
Someone's just written kiss, 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 which I think is, they were a good band.
They were chanting,
Next
for
to
Gene Simmons and the boys to
Yeah.
get back together. And they played
Both
the
my
AFL
sons
Grand
like,
Final.
oh yeah, my sons love Kiss.
Yeah.
But just the classics.
I thought also a good Holly Valance song, Kiss Kiss.
Yes.
It's a
What are we doing? Hey, one comes in from PB. Get rid of leg buys. We're talking about rule changes now.
Yeah, okay.
Can't use a leg to keep the ball away from the wicket, so why allow the use of a leg to score runs? Also, toss out buys. Wee-oo, wee-oo.
Yep. Fair enough. All right, cool leaps into the attacks. They're going spin, spin. Now, if the dew is imminent, I wouldn't mind it right now. I don't think it's come in. I don't think.
Yeah, can anybody answer us about whether the dew's in or not? Because that's Australia's only chance is if the dew's coming.
We don't have the sound turned up because it's illegal. Because it might be picked up on the stream, so we can't hear what's being said. So we're only just using our eyes. So here's a review for the LBW, by the way. Oh, it's going to miss, isn't it? Great decision.
So in
Great
many
decision.
ways, a compliment to Jadeja.
That's spinning too much. Wow, that looks tough to play.
I reckon he's just step hit.
Right. Okay. So we're looking at 20 overs here with spin from the 11th over. Australia's 65 for three. Not a dissimilar position to what India were.
Yep. And then 180. Australia struggled to make 210 against South Africa in a similar situation.
Yes. So
and Marnus is 1 off 12.
Yep.
And he's managed to scrunt that to long on for 1.
So, Maxwell is the next batter in. Maxwell is just not scoring runs on this. As fine a player as he is, and he's had a great.
So you got him down for naught. The figure of speech.
Yep.
In maths.
Yeah, I do. Yes.
Okay. So what else? Who else is getting runs?
Oh, no one.
Yeah.
Come as might get a few.
Yeah. Hang around.
Do you think if Australia bats 50 overs, they win the game?
Yes.
That's interesting.
Well, if they bat 50 overs, someone's been able to master the conditions in some way. So I think they can. I don't think that can be. Well, then again, I suppose India was going faster than Australia at this point, weren't they? And got completely held up. So once again, it comes down to the dew. Yeah. Australia don't sit back on the Indian spinners with as much ease as the Indians do ours.
No, I mean, cause as good a tournament and bowler as Zampa is, there's no mystery to him. I mean, he has a good wrong in, for instance, but it's fairly readable. I mean, Kuldeep's got an excellent wrong in, a bit more mystery. He's going to spin it more sideways. Jadeja has the, natural variation, if you want to call it that, when no one knows where it's going. So, it's looking like shit uphill for Australia. We're just a long way to go, but
Australia's got to take it deep, baby.
Yeah.
It's got to take it deep.
Which is why Steve Smith being dismissed in that manner. I mean, yeah, he must have felt
and the
like
other
it
two
was
dismissals as
fucking
well. Ben Hobart, thanks Ben. Why does it feel like we're chasing 3,000? Because India's got a really good bowling attack, and we have a historic and demonstrable weakness to spin bowling.
Sort of adds context to Kohli's innings. So, what did Kohli finish with 50 something? It was more runnable.
Runnable 50,
impressive.
which is what he does on all decks.
And then KL Rahul,
he played his role.
Batting, he must have faced 110, 120 balls, KL Rahul, for 60 or 70. Marnus has missed a half.
Marnus's face has cut a stressed figure all day, I've felt. I speak backwards.
Do you think he wants it too much? He's missed out there. KL Rahul cannot catch at the moment. I mean, he's literally stopped that ball in the air, but not by much. But you know what? Probably hard conditions. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Jadeja isn't again. He's just attacking those stumps. It's
event stuff. I actually feel much more relaxed than I did at the beginning because I'm resigned. I'm resigned to the fact that this game is gone. Yeah, I actually do. Yeah.
Simon, cheers. Thanks, Simon. Tattoo of a foreskin on your penis, Pez? ? Layers.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Stuff.
Thanks, Simon. That's great. It's a question. Should I that? I get one.
Can I ask you how you feel about the game, generally speaking, in response to my relaxation and resignation?
The thing is, I think India's on top. I think it's fair to expect that their bowlers are going to be really difficult to dominate for the next 20 overs. Unless the dew comes in, and I can't get an answer on that. If the dew comes in, the ball starts sliding on, it'll be fractionally easier for Australia. But even then, I think they still struggle to play Jadeja and Kuldeep. That said, this Australian side has found a way to win many, many times, and I expect that there will be twists and turns in the game because the guys have a bit of character, and so I am holding out some hope realistically. Now that doesn't serve entertainment purposes. No. But I do think it's from a cricketing perspective, India's on top, and it's going to take a monumental effort for Australia to get themselves close.
I'm still watching every single ball, and I still expect Australia to win.
Oh yeah.
But I'm resigned to us losing. Now, figure that one out. It's a real mind fuck that one, and because at the moment
that was the sort of the catch-22 gift that Steve Waugh gave us.
Great,
really,
because.
Ironic punishment.
We're in this holding pattern now that feels a little bit like I've been on a flight to Heathrow, I've been in the air for 23 hours, and now we're in a holding pattern for an hour and a half when I can see the landing strip of Heathrow Airport. You know what I mean? And I feel like Australia's, me neither, but Australia's going to get to like the 35th over, and they're probably going to be like sort of 6 or 7 wickets down, and they're going to need about sort of maybe 6, 7-ish and over. And it's like, oh, can Pat Cummins do that thing again? Can Pat Cummins score 25 with Mitchell Starc and Zampa contributing sort of 15 to 20 each and get Australia into the position where it's like, oh, now I think they're going to win and experience that pain. You know, that's how I feel like in this holding pattern getting to that point. At the same time, it's much more likely that Australia get not blown away by the spinners per se, but I have nervousness in my heart. Which is a cholesterol issue again.
If this part of the innings mirrors India's, although it's happening at night, this is the holding pattern part of the game where basically both teams go into this arm wrestle of how many singles can you take them for in and over. And India was able to take Australia for singles with ease to rebuild their innings on a tough pitch. Look at that. Whereas with India's spin, while Australia can sit back on a slow deck and try and punch it through to the offside and pick up their 3 or 4 and over, which is not Travis Head's game at all, Indian spinners still have that ability to penetrate with a ball like that, for example, and for Australia to make a mistake. So I think India wins this phase. Australia's issue through this whole World Cup has been middle overs batting. That's why they've picked Marnus. So he's doing the job that he was picked for. To do it in this crowd against this crowd in this moment against these spinners, if they can get through the next 20 overs, like losing 1 wicket and going a 4 or 5 and over, that'll be unbelievable. And then from there, who knows? Maxi comes in.
Thought it interesting with Kuldeep bowling that Sharma had a slip in for Travis Head, just a little bit more aggressive than what Pat Cummins was able to be at a similar time in the game. Isn't that really fascinating? And that's what
good.
That's what people are coming here for. Just give us your opinions on some cricket stuff. He goes, yeah. That's what I want from you.
I want more internal monologue, internal dialogue from you, and and insecure stuff at that.
Do you know it's a great movie? Any Given Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah. A line that stuck with me there is the inches we need are all around us, and it's Al Pacino talking about just getting that first down. The inches we need are all around us, because there's nothing worse than being 3 and inches in gridiron terms. I don't know where the term gridiron comes from.
Not sure, but I like it, and we grew up with that term.
Gridiron.
Yeah.
I wonder if it still exists. Do you know? Are you aware of that term, Charlie? Gridiron?
Yeah, I think that's how Australians refer to it.
Refer to gridiron, yeah. The kind of guys that take Monday morning Super Bowl off and go eat wings at 10 in the morning at some like
casino.
At some like Southern American wings bar, and they and it's kind of lonely but funny at the same time. Anyway, there's a few thoughts for you.
Marcus Stoinis has requested at least 10 times that you kiss passionately if Australia win on the YouTube comments. I assume it's not the real Stoinis. Could be though.
He'd be
in trouble
contravening the ICC regulations.
Yes, yeah. Although he could be on an iPad as opposed to a phone,
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah, so now we're into the nerdle part of the game.
Yeah.
It's just Nerdle City.
Isn't it exciting to be watching the last ever ODI game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but hang on. Do you understand that this tournament's been good?
You know what? And also, if they just use 2 new balls.
Yep.
No, sorry, they just use 1 ball, so they have a reverse swing. That'll actually make the game like just more sustainable. Or 25 overs each, and you take turns and then you go again. So sort of 4 innings of 25, and then that will make it good, because it's not so much like an issue about like funding or interest in the game itself or anything like that, or the fact that there's just too much cricket generally. It's actually just like if we just tweak it so there are more rules, so then that will actually make more people more engaged.
Well, SB says, sorry, mate, but SB says you guys don't know ball. Sorry.
Perfect.
Charlie, can you block that cunt?
That is the worst statement in the worst phraseology going around the internet at the moment. Zero ball knowledge, and it's such a fucking I'm a 12-year-old on the internet for the first time, but calling cricket ball or soccer ball, football ball, like you're a child, and you know what? You're figuring out your own life, and good luck to you. Good luck to you. You're going to go through your own journey, but sometimes you just need an adult to tell you to shut the fuck up, because you're a fucking tool.
A lot of people watching this will be surprised that that's the phrase that sets us off. You know, there's stuff knocking around about pedophilia. There's stuff knocking around about Israel, Palestine. There's some Hindu nationalism comments.
Okay, yeah.
But it's the ball knowledge.
Yeah, ball
that's like, mate,
knowledge.
block this bloke immediately.
Hey, look, a woman. I like nothing more when I'm watching sports and I see a highlight and I think, you know what I want to see now? I want to be able to look at a woman.
Oh, the directors know how we think.
That's right.
That's the algorithm
That's
at
right.
play.
Just get me down
The
to
next
my,
thing
my
I want after a
primitive base
boundary,
level. Yeah.
feel good, little bit of a dopamine hit, bang, woman, bang, another hit.
If they can be showing like maybe some
Now an
cleavage,
ad,
maybe some midriff, just give me some like an allure of like
Mid drift, you mean like if Cool Deep just puts a little bit on the ball and the drift is a bit mid?
Yeah. That's exactly
It's mid
what I mean.
drift.
Mate, that is
Not
so,
mid-drift.
that's fucking mid.
Yeah.
Mid. Cool Deep's drift is mid. Oh my
the fuck?
God.
Yeah.
Marnus almost spurred one of Shubman Gillett's square leg though. Sorry. Yeah, just showing just finding a woman in the crowd, Pezza.
Yep.
That like just gives me the allure of like, oh, I wonder what it would be like to be with them just for a moment, you know?
Yep.
Now back to the cricket that I like.
And how does that woman feel about that? Just being on camera because a director has decided that billion plus people around the world want to feel for 5 seconds what it would be like to be with this woman who's showing a bit of mid-drift.
Look, it's sort of it's sort of a give and take relationship because then they can see themselves on the big screen and then they can wave. So everyone's a winner.
Everyone's a winner at Parramatta Leagues.
Mm-hmm.
Someone said Pontin apparently said the Jew is set to come in.
That is very controversial.
Ponting could say anything. I'd be like,
I'd
go
believe
ahead,
it.
brother.
Yeah.
Go ahead, my son.
I really hope they held him back for the second inning.
Oh, Binley.
That's six.
Binley just slog swept Cool Deep for a massive six.
And let that be a lesson to the rest of your over, Cool Deep, of which there's one delivery.
That's why I like to leave dead flies around the office, just to be a warning to other flies.
That's exactly what that shot was.
Also, I like to pick the wings off them, put them in my pocket, go about my day.
That's right. This is when I was 6 years old. I read it in my doctor's notes.
Then I show it to people at the bus stop.
Here's what the doctor said about me.
Why is there fireworks going off? I'm scared. Okay, this will be a wicket. Yeah, the Billy.
Hetty, you got to go again.
You know
that's
what?
good cricket.
That is 2001 cricket. You hit a six and you hit a
Cricket,
single.
Hetty.
You know what? Because that's smart cricket.
Cricket, Hetty.
Oh no, the score's at 87, Pezza. 3 for 87.
Oh, right. Okay. We're all going to die.
That's what the Chappells told me. Before asking me to donate.
Jack. Okay, hang on. Jacker101 says Jews here, boys.
Hell yeah.
So Will said it's imminent, and Jacker101 says it's here. Medium Johnson says Jew incoming.
Medium Johnson. He's so mid.
Can we have someone like with an Indian name tell us that it's coming in? Like,
Have you seen this week on the interwebs? Some Swifties. That being Taylor Swift's fan base.
Yeah. No, I'm across that.
Finding Travis Kelce's Taylor Swift's current boyfriend, like his old tweets.
Oh,
And they're really sort of like sweet and like jocularly basic.
Oh yeah,
and it's like, and it sort of divided the internet in some capacities where they're like, he's not really showing the emotional maturity that Taylor needs. That kind of gatekeeping stuff. But also just what a shot first ball. Oh my God. So Siraj's first ball just got absolutely pumped to Coley at short cover off Travis' head, and I think it might have just bounced short. He middled it.
He's got to boss some grunt overs here, Siraj. It's an interesting time to bring you on because he leaked a lot. And that would have been another reason why they opened with Shami as well, because Siraj has been leaking.
Did that go on the? Was that that must have been really close to a
It
catch?
was a half volley. He's absolutely smashed it.
Great stop from from
clean
Virat.
clean hands.
Clean hands.
Clean hands.
What I would give.
I'd love to wash my hands.
Ever since COVID, I just stopped doing it.
Mate, what I wouldn't give to wash my hands.
I wouldn't. I want to know what it feels like to have an iron shirt
Yeah.
and washed hands and bed sheets on my mattress.
That's right. And some live flies around my house.
Have you guys ever had pillowcases?
Let us know in the comments.
I wear them on my head sometimes. Poke a couple of holes for the eyes.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Shami's open because Siraj has been leaking, and
he's leaking.
as into the media, but but they've brought him over 16, where the runs are toughest to come by now.
Yeah,
I'd say.
They say
And,
they're protecting him.
But it's interesting how you play Siraj because he's an attacking bowler.
He is.
I'm interested to see if he can just bowl those cutters into the deck and bowl that tight line, channel discipline style.
That slog sweep from Travis Head sort of came out of the blue, didn't it? And also landed in the blue because they're all wearing jerseys. Bit of wordplay there for you. Travis Head goes whack through the offside. That's 4 more.
Yeah, see, this is the thing.
So he's
The
got pace
thing,
on Siraj.
Pace on Siraj at this time when you're really going cutters into the deck. Let's keep him a 3 or 4 and over, build a bit of pressure, gas truck stuff.
You know, like if that was that was a great shot by Head, sort of a backward cut.
You want Shami on now, don't you?
Well, he's got a bowl. I mean, Siraj has to bowl.
Oh, he'll take a wicket because I've said this.
Yeah, of course. Oh, he's him out of the match. You know, like if this is great cricket, we'd be like, oh fuck, how do we get this guy out? But there's just so far in the game to go. They're 91 for 3 after 16 overs. Run rate's fine, but I mean, fucking hell, you're still relying. Oh my god, has he chipped that? No, he's hit it. He's hit a pull shot, just a deep square leg, but on the bounce to Surikumar Yadav, I believe it's pronounced.
I did note on Offsiders this morning, ABC TV program, Gideon Haigh, who some people may know from this show,
Yes.
did say that he thought that ODI cricket was very popular in India and that
Right.
predictions of its death are premature.
Yeah, okay, well, fair enough.
Because people in India, he said there's an inexhaustible desire for it.
Don't you think it's hard to tell just because of the sheer massive population that like it's hard, like what's popular? Modi, I suppose, you know. But like if you get like 20% of the population, then that will just seem popular just because of the sheer size of the thing, you know? So like is it that popular? Is it making money? I mean, like, fundamentally it comes down to is it making money? Who gives a fuck if it's good or entertaining or it tickles the tism
Well,
in you?
perhaps that's why Mark Nicholas has said that it will just become World Cups only.
Because that will make money, but
Yeah.
the rest doesn't.
But will World Cups have significance if that is literally all that it's played, if there's no context around it? Perhaps it will. I just think when you get there, people will think it's very strange that no one has been playing that format. I mean, I was going to say the championship sides, as in the Div 2 cricket teams, League 1.
Yeah.
I guess they'll be playing it. But
See, that's the hard thing, isn't it? Because like the Papua New Guineas, the Netherlands, Scotland, Ireland, like those associate nations and test nations, and Afghanistan included, Sri Lanka included, like they play a lot of ODI cricket, I think, anyway. And so that's an important mode for them. But basically, like where all the money comes from, i.e., India, England, and Australia, if they're not playing that much, although I feel like India play heaps of it. But I mean, India basically fund world cricket, so they probably play heaps of everything. But they've got the depth. Again, you would think because of the populations to manage that, but I don't know. It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. How do you feel, Pezza, about just as in the Australian sense that this game happening right now, as the nation sleeps, it being 1:05 in the morning here in Melbourne, and just generally the eastern states in Australia. This is the biggest game of cricket in our summer, given that the Test matches are Pakistan and the West Indies, which is what most people enjoy in Australia. I would blanket that term. Most people in Australia like the Test matches, and the Test matches are going to be dog shit this year. Uncompetitive, not much interest. The team's a team. Not many stories. Oh yeah, Warner's going around again. That this is as good as it gets for our summer, really. How do you feel about that?
Personally, I think it's awesome. There's a World Cup final on and Australia's in it. Oh, look, there's an epilepsy show on.
Yeah.
Okay, it is quite like mesmerising when you just see the lights out and people with their phones on, right?
Can you explain what's happening on the screen?
If you're not watching, like it's drinks and there's a laser show. And so the entire stadium's lights are out, barring lasers that have been lit up and are sort of spraying the sky with everyone's phones on as well. So this was when there was a public difference of opinion between Glenn Maxwell and David Warner. Glenn Maxwell said that I'm sure fans enjoy it, but it's not great for cricketers' eyes, to which David Warner proactively, without prompting, responded online to say that the game's all about the fans.
Yeah.
So a couple of different perspectives there on the light show that people are experiencing. But yeah, I don't know, mate. I feel like one chicken tonight, but also I'd...
One for the kids.
I'm not sure that people sit like in MCC or ICC board meetings with a sense of custodianship over like how we're going to protect three formats and move from that position. I feel like it goes from the position of like, what are the good commercial opportunities for cricket, and let's work around the rest, right? There's some non-negotiables, probably Ashes for a little while, a couple of test series and the protection of like big three commercial, big commercial series. But other than that, all the commercial opportunities are in T20 franchise cricket, where like 4 or 5 India-based franchises are now buying up franchises in different tournaments, and that is increasingly crowding the schedule. And I don't understand how, if T20 franchise cricket is expanding in an already crowded schedule, how there can be any conversation about ODI cricket even staying the same as what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to go. I suppose the only other argument is that instead of ODIs going, tests go, and the game becomes 50 overs and 20 overs, which I don't think will be satisfactory to a lot of cricket fans, but perhaps I'm old and a dinosaur and dumb and wrong. And those things could be true.
To answer my own question about like the World Cup being on, I think this is like the biggest game of our summer, which doesn't really matter. Like, as you say, it doesn't really matter what it means for Australians. But like, I wish that more people were invested in this. Like, I just see my friends that I play cricket with, or just my friendship circle, like so few people were even aware that this game is on. And like, if it was a little deeper into our summer, I mean, it's not even summer yet in Australia, I suppose, but like, then maybe be more awareness. It's really hard to engage with a tournament that goes for 2 months, where the games go for 1 day at a time, half of which you cannot see because it's prohibitive to have the second half of the game, literally the results part of the game, in a time zone where you sleep. Now, just generally speaking, every single sport in the world is that is of interest globally is in a very difficult time zone for Australians and Kiwis. So like that, whether that being I don't know, the F1 or the Premier League. The American sports actually aren't too bad because they're sort of during the day. But again, it's
they're
not
on TV watching time.
It's
really.
not TV watching time.
Yeah,
So yeah, look, it's I wish that more people here cared about this. But I think that's just because that I care about it. Although of course I don't really, and I might watch the second half of this innings, but no, like I just wish more people were as into it as what a lot of other people are, but it's also hard. Not everyone's job can revolve around the cricket like ours, and we can just drink Red Bull at 1 a.m. and watch fucking Kuldeep Yadav go to work.
Yeah, that's right. Arm wrestle against Marnus Labuschagne, 95 for 3 at the end of that stadium.
In a battle for middle of leg.
That's right. Yeah, there's 2 options for this stream right now. It's to really grind in with these players and figure out whether Australia's going with India, or to go back to Taylor Swift, Swifty stuff, and the cultural issues therein. And there's already one suggestion that they'd like to see. They'd like to hear you continue to talk to them about Taylor Swift.
Yep.
No, that's it. That's just, please keep talking to me about Taylor Swift.
Go on, Charlie.
Someone's requested you rank her boyfriends.
Okay, how many do I actually know? I know John Mayer. John Mayer was a partner. Yeah. She wrote a song about it called "Dear John." I don't mind Taylor Swift. I'm not fully across her discography.
She wasn't referring to the mustard.
Or the South African rugby player John Smits.
Dear John.
Jeffrey. Jeffrey Dear John.
Jeffrey Dear John.
Hey, Charlie, can I request to you to maybe put up the scorecard of this second innings for Australia as Siraj comes in round the wicket to Travis Head, who punched him down the ground for no run. Go batting second innings, I think. That should play, I think. So that's what we're looking at there. So the dismissed batsmen, Warner, Marsh and Smith for 7, 15 and 4 respectively. Marnus and Head ticking along nicely here. Travis Head 41 or 49, pretty good. Marnus playing in a very similar role to what KL Rahul contributed with the bat for India. 11 off 32 for Marnus so far. Travis Head steps away and slaps Siraj to the offside for 1 run. But geez, it's one of those ones where you've never played as an amateur. A pathetic excuse for a human. Yes. Trying your best on a Saturday afternoon. If you've ever played a shot like that in your life, that is getting you through most Christmases and some very, very dark winters. In this level of cricket, it's just 1 run. Do you know what I mean?
That's what you have to do for 1.
You ever backed away and just slapped a ball like a fucking tracer bullet to steal from a big
Look
bear?
at that. It's I'm on YouTube here. It's like left a big diagonal mark across our screen that is now gone. You're just fucking with us. I see.
Charlie, can I look at the bowling scorecard whilst you're in the neighbourhood of? I just want to exhibit to the fans, the kind of technology that's available
Exactly.
here for TJC. So, what are we looking at here? Bumrah's 2 for 21 off 5. Shami the Destroyer 1 for 33 off 5, and then the rest there you can read numbers and names because I can't really read it. So that's what's going on. Pezza, you just refreshed your glass there?
I did. Thank you for holding during that time, for filling, if you will.
Oh, stealing a single there, Marnus, to turn the strike over. That's nice.
Marnus 11 from 33. He's playing the KL Rahul role. Heady's the man now, isn't he? He goes. We really are into the wrestle. We're down. We're wrestling in pig shit. It's for Marnus. This is literally his job in the team. Travis Head's normally scored 160 by now and he's out. But it's because of the shit tip that's been set up. And I don't say shit tip pejoratively. It's just a way to describe a turgid, slow wicket.
I think what we're seeing at the moment is what many refer to as I think it's called goanna wrestling. Which you might be aware of. I think it's where, Charlie, you aware of this? So you tie a belt around your head. You tie a belt around your head.
Yeah.
And is it one belt?
God, you love belts.
Is it?
Always talking about tying a belt around your head or your neck or your mouth or something. Like, not a day goes by you don't reference a belt tied around you that is not your waist. It's belts, goannas, tangerines, ball gags. Here he goes with the belt stuff again.
I've never once put a belt around my waist, but I've got a whole wardrobe of them. Yeah, so what is it, Charlie? Like, is it one belt?
Yeah, you make a loop out of the belt, and then 2 people face each other on their hands and like feet, and then you basically pull away. Like each person pulls away from each other, and then I guess whoever's, I don't know. And that's I think the person that falls to the ground on their stomach is the one that loses.
Can you run me through?
Well, that's actually how Charlie got this job. He did that against Steven Spielberg.
He won, yeah. Steven Spielberg. Can you just run me through the belt apparatus again, vis-a-vis the heads? So what do you do?
You just make a loop out of the belt, and then you two, for example,
make one loop out of the belt. Yeah. And
you set the belt up like normal.
And then you put your heads inside.
You put your heads as close as they can be together. Yeah. And then you don't tighten the belt; it's like loose. Yeah. But then you both pull. You both pull back away from each other, and then whoever I guess falls over first.
The belt is obviously done up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's looped.
And whoever falls out. So like, can it go down to the neck?
I suppose so.
So this.
Oh, you're just meant to pull the other person over.
Yeah,
they're meant to fall over.
So it's like tug of war stuff.
So this could be another interesting element. That's a great shot from Marnus, who might get 2 runs for that, or maybe not. Great feeling from Mission Kishan.
I only realised the other day that Steve Waugh's nickname was a reference to the game. You know how dumb is that? Tug of war.
Yeah. Why did you think they called him?
I just called him Tugger. I don't know. My brain never went there.
100 up for Australia after 19.1 overs.
That's another sign of a pedophile, clapping 100 or 200.
Big time.
Charlie loves it. Oh, the 100's up.
You often see them driving like a little bit slower in 40k an hour zones outside school zones. Sort of going about 25, 20, 28.
Indeed.
Yeah, clapping when the 100 comes up. That doesn't make any sense. So I'd like to see a goanna wrestle introduced instead of gay chicken for the coin toss.
Okay.
Or the toin toss.
Yeah, that would be good. But then, yeah.
Cummins against Sharma, goanna wrestle, a belt. Shaftesbury's there. He's cutting up a tangerine.
I totally agree. I totally see it. I can't see Cummins ever winning that against the Bear.
No one wins against the Bear.
I honestly think he would be one of the all-time goanna wrestlers.
So you'd be good at that? Temba Bavuma.
How so?
He's just got a bit about him.
Yeah, right. I thought you might have said because he's like 5'3", so everyone had to bend down to do it to start with, so they'd be at a disadvantage. They have to be on their knees.
Nah, I just like the way he goes about it.
Yeah, okay, yeah, he's got a bit about him, this kid.
He's got a bit of mongrel.
Okay.
Why do you think it was called a Cleveland steamer?
Is there two in that? Or it feels like it's just there's two, and in fact, it's just going to be two.
Yeah, I had that potentially down for a misfield 4, which would have
Been more reason for a belt.
brought in allegations of match fixing. Yeah, there's Coley doing a big clap, big chant, trying to get the boys going.
A lot of people are keen to reference Stuart Dew in this.
Stewie Jew.
Yeah. Stu Dew.
Now, if the World Cup final was an AFL team, which team would it be?
This World Cup final.
Yeah.
Good question.
Footscray.
I live in Footscray.
Don't give too much information away.
Well, I don't, do I?
I don't know why that's funny, but it is.
Okay, now I'm watching Jeremy Clarkson on an ad with a drone and also having his penis eaten by a look to be a billy goat.
What's the biggest animal you would kill?
Like, as in ethically or could kill?
Ethically.
Biggest that I would ethically kill.
Yep.
Directly, or
Yeah, no.
or be the like the beneficiary of a death of the animal, because I eat heaps of them.
like it left you in its will.
Well, no, like you put a dead cow on my plate. I've eaten plenty of them.
No,
but
I'm talking about you
direct.
Yeah. So let's say we're going hunting.
So the biggest animal I would slaughter ethically.
Right. Yeah. Ethical slaughter.
Well, none. Like I wouldn't. I don't think I would slaughter any animal.
Fly.
Yeah, we're getting to that sort of level.
For me, anything with a face. Once you got a face.
You thought about it. Once you've got a face, yeah, come on. What happens when you got a face?
Mate, hard to separate that for the rest of your life.
Well, a face you can see. I mean, an ant has a face.
Yeah, but you can't see that, can you?
Yeah. So what about with the microscope that you definitely have in your room?
To masturbate with.
Would you only look at the ant's face after you've dismembered it?
I'm at the bus stop again, showing other passengers my fly's wings.
I've got a microscope too. You have a look at it. So the biggest animal you would slaughter is once
Travis Head goes whack for 4. Yeah, shot bin lid.
48
or 55.
Once you can see their face, you wouldn't do it.
Yeah, so
but if you can't detect their face, you'd kill the shit out of them.
100%. So for this challenge, so like a possum, for instance, too big. I can see the face. It's got eyes. It's got eyes that I can see. I can make the eye contact with the eyes. I'm not killing a possum. Fuck that. Spider, get out of here. See you later. Dead.
Yeah, I've killed spiders.
Yeah,
I killed one the other day.
How'd you
Sounds
do it?
bad to say. How? I don't really want to
Ben's
say.
fucking teeing off here. I think they like the look of Siraj here. He's got to play a key role. He's number 16 of 2.4.
Mate, I just get the feeling here.
It's not off pace from him.
They've hidden Siraj. They're hiding him in the attack.
Interesting. He's got a face.
Yeah, so I wouldn't kill him, according to your logic. Now, the other day I killed a spider, and people in India, you have to understand, there's a lot of them knocking about. Fewer down in Melbourne. You head up to Sydney or some more subtropical, tropical areas, you see some big boppers knocking around, and it would be great to be somebody who is like, deeply humane about those things. But there is a biology, at least within me, that that screams must be eliminated. You know, like if it's just in a spot you don't need, you can't actually. Yeah, but anyway, that's my own issue. Perhaps I'll be enlightened down the track.
Sure.
The other day there was a spider and it was near the bath, and actually the easiest way to kill it would have been to turn the tap on, but I actually thought it was quite inhumane to drown a spider, like to
Oh
put
my
it down.
God, drown them, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so so just put it out of its misery.
Because there's ways and ways.
Just bang, 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 bang,
Yeah.
and then it's got no issue, you know. Charlie's from Wagga, so Charlie's from the bush. You probably killed a fair few animals in your time because, you know, you'd say things out the side of your mouth like, you know, oh, they're pests, you know, and you'd say out the side of your mouth so that flies wouldn't come in as well.
Yeah, and he'd be talking about immigrants.
Does not want a part of it because he's got a career ahead of him.
Charlie,
Are you asking me what the live-
Yeah. What sort of killing of animals do you do out in the bush there?
I did go hunting with a friend once.
Oh, shit.
A friend, I was probably 15 or 16. On the back of his ute, his dad was there.
Yep.
They were like, "Do you want to have a shot?"
Oh, he had a gun?
Yeah, he had the gun.
Yeah.
Like rifle stuff.
What do you mean, yeah?
Oh, I've got some stories.
Okay. Yeah,
And
go on, Charlie.
they were like, "Oh, there's a possum on that tree. Why don't you line that up?" And I was like, "All right." I was going to say no. So I looked at it and he was like, "Do you see it? Do you see it?" I couldn't see a thing out of like the scope. It was like blurry. I couldn't see anything. He was like, "Do you see it?" And I just said, "Yeah," because he was like, I felt peer pressured.
You were just a kid. How old
Yeah, 15, 16.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fucked up, man.
And then, he was like, "Well, take a shot at it." And I was like, nowhere near it. So I just shot and he was like, oh, fuck, I missed it. And he was like, "Yeah, you missed it." And I was like, "Oh, it's a shame."
Yeah. So, yeah.
And there's 50 for the
50 for
bin lid.
Hetty, yeah.
50 for Hetty.
50 for
Well done,
lid.
Hetty.
Good Travis.
Double
and
up now, lid.
Tell you what, the boys are up and about for that. They know how important that innings is in the context of
Yeah, they know.
of the game.
Yeah, they know. That's why they're up and about.
111 for 3. There's some boys wearing Australian jerseys in the crowd. The police will be notified, of course.
We killed 2 kangaroos.
Oh,
Get
Manus,
through,
good
and
nicking.
that's 4.
Good nicking from Manus Labuskakni. It's 3 for 115.
Yeah, we're
And
not
all of
even
a sudden-
halfway.
And it's just getting a little nervous again because this is where we start to get into the game where it's like, it's now leveling out towards Australia's favour at the moment. They're just in this little pattern here where Siraj hasn't impressed that much so far.
And
The
we're getting,
spin's going okay for Australia.
he's taken Jadeja off, though, hasn't he? I'm looking to get through Jadeja and Kuldeep's overs, to be honest, and then I'm feeling okay.
Well, at the
on
moment,
this deck.
Kuldeep's going at
Yeah.
a bit more than 5s. Oh, that's just so loose from Manus. He tried to play a big
That's
booming drive, and he didn't need to play it. Now there's already 5 runs scored at this over. I'm of the mind that to me is just a fucking really loose shot. I mean, it's almost there to be driven. Look, he's a highly skilled batter, but what I'm revealing about myself is that I'm nervous and I'm invested in the game. That's actually what's going on.
Minus 22, 23 now from 46. I'm absolutely biting your arm off for that at this point. Not, obviously, red.
Yes. Super chat there, Charlie. Super chats.
Yeah, it's wordy.
Got rinsed by Charlie, brother.
Says, please discuss what danger each of the 22 players from both teams would face from the milk drinking Richards driving past their school at 30 kilometres an hour.
So this guy's sick. You sort of you paint a generic picture that has really really silly insinuations. And that guy's just picked his nose in front of a billion people, unfortunately. And that poor bloke, he's going to have 1,000 texts.
Yeah. How'd you pick a winner, champ?
Yeah, this guy. I mean, we just made a silly, little implication that umpires are pedophiles. That obviously is not true. And he's like, no, give it to me in detail. What actually would happen? No, just tell me a little bit. Like, honestly, what do they do when they get there? And
yeah, it's also like, I like that joke. Now I want more of it.
yeah, I want to know more of you, like sort of sketching out what happens when umpires become pedophilic.
Hey, can you say it slower, please?
And what happens with the milk? Like, what are they doing with the milk at that point? Are they still in their underwear when they go?
Have you ever seen edible underwear?
No, I've never seen that.
Misfield there from Kuldeep at pointers.
And Megs.
And they just take one. That's interesting. So Jadeja's back on. He's only about 3 overs. Fucking I thought Jadeja's. Again,
when you're sitting, when you're sitting in the shed. Sorry,
Yeah,
you
go.
sit in the shed and you're about to bat, and you know who their good bowler is, and you're always wondering how many overs they've bowled. Like,
See, at that point, I just seen Jadeja. This is into his 4th over. I thought Jadeja's bowled 7.
yeah,
And 'cause
Yeah, you're deflated.
I got so much fear for Jadeja because of what he's done to Australia in recent times. And also, he's probably the greatest left arm finger spinner in the history of the game.
Yeah.
Who's his rival there? Vittori?
You see,
He's better
I'm
than
sorry,
Vittori.
but this is unfortunate time to say this, but I'm going to need to have a look at some away records for that. The guy can barely secure a game for his test team when he's not at home. So...
Ashwin plays it.
Yeah, so I respect Jadeja. Ashwin gets the gig away.
He did in the World Test Championship, though. They played Jadeja
Yeah.
because he's batting so much better.
What's Jadeja done in Australia? I know we say it as a joke all the time, but like he bowls threes in Australia.
Look, it's a fair point. It's a fair point.
But he's the
God.
best left arm spinner in the world when he's at home, and I don't mean it. I don't mean that pejoratively. I'm just saying. Before he's about to win the World Cup
In
for his
India,
country.
he's fucking unplayable.
Unplayable. Yeah, he
Right.
just spears it in. He's just see you later. What are you going to do? You can't get forward. Can't
Well,
get back.
Ian Healy showed what you got to do.
Oh, that's true. You're right. There is a way to combat it. It involves a tracksuit, a silver garbage bin, and
Couple
a
of
tennis
hockers.
ball, and a belt.
Oh my God, I just get so scared when they back away and they expose the stumps, and that's because anything that pitched on the stumps in my career meant that I'd be out. There's the end of that joke.
Oh, he down the
using
down
his
the track.
feet gets a single as well.
Yeah.
It's nice batting.
We're over halfway now.
Yeah, okay, but I'm scared. Do you factor that in? Do you factor in me being scared?
Big time.
Good. Charlie, another super chat there.
There
You don't-
is.
You don't want to read it?
Sure. Back to the killing of animals chat. Ethically, we can kill and eat animals, but if Weird Dave fucks a goat, we are all disgusted. I mean, if I was a goat, and then a waving emoji.
Yeah.
Ethically,
Yeah, I
ethically,
can
we can kill and eat animals. But if Weird Dave fucks a goat, we're all disgusted. Yeah, like he's saying, there's a contradiction and a hypocrisy in that. Like, it's okay to kill them and eat them, which is frankly at face value barbaric. Mm-hmm. It's exactly the sort of thing that when our children grow up, they'll look at us and say like, what you did was vile and disgusting and barbaric.
And that's just when they find my collection of belts. Anyway, Shami's back on.
Snake belts.
Okay, here's a huge moment of the game. Shami after 5 overs. He's gone at sixes, to be fair. This feels like a big
And
moment.
they're all cheering. They all know
Shami to
it's
head.
on.
Shami to head.
So can
head goes
leave
bang
it.
down the ground. One bounce 4. Oh.
Is that a message? Would
my-
you say that's a message to him, or is it just don't bowl slot to me, don't bowl step hit because it's going to go? He's upset. Yankees.
I mean, just the skill of that shot. It's pretty full.
Yeah, I tell you what. He goes. I've not received any confirmation this is the case, but you're not playing that shot with the ball coming on like that unless the dews come
The
in.
dews come in, yeah. So
Now, has a bit
Will
of
was
dew
right.
come in?
Will was right. I'm still nervous because Shami's so good.
There's still pace on that
There's
ball.
still pace on it, yeah. And Siraj's
Hang on, buzzers.
he didn't bowl any off speed. I don't think Siraj. I feel like I watched every ball. Although, of course, at the same time, we're talking some absolute shit, so hard to remember everything.
I think Australia's in the game a little bit more than they previously were, but I still genuinely, like if we're talking gun to head stuff, I genuinely think India's ahead and
too.
more likely, all things considered, all things I'm able to consider with my pea brain, more likely to win the match.
The way the game is going, so they sort of put on about 60, haven't they?
Look, they're at exactly the same mark.
Exactly the same mark. Okay, yeah. Interesting. After so there's a stat on the screen. After 23.3 overs, India 126 for 3. Australia, as you can see on our scorecard, 3 for 126. So and just
the way we say it.
With the seesawing battle of this game, you just feel like there's going to be a wicket in a second. And it's going to be a big wicket, and it's going to bust the game wide open. And then Maxwell's got to start his innings again, and then Inglis.
Yeah, who's next, Maxwell or Inglis? I guess you're probably bringing Inglis in next, aren't you?
Oh fucking hell!
It's too early for Maxi. Maxi doesn't play this. Maxi needs. You want Maxi to come in when you need like 10 to 15 hits, and hope he can do it. Inglis played so well against South Africa with his 28, underrated 28.
He did.
I've got Inglis in next.
I agree.
Yeah. the Indian crowd, though we can't hear the commentary, but the Indian crowd certainly appears pensive. Apart from that one curator, that one groundsman who's waving. Now there's a couple of them. Yeah, that is a pensive, nervous crowd.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, either way, we've got a game of cricket here.
Yeah, we do.
And that's upsetting. And the crowd's up again tomorrow.
Yeah,
Shami Taman.
By the way we're talking, it's kind of like, oh, wow, there's well played. And well played. People watching this stream, how are we feeling? Who we got ahead? Does anyone want to sort of do a win predictor? I said wind predictor as well. Mm-hmm. D Tunes wrote Jewett McGillar in the get in the boot of my car.
From such hits as.
So we've got a whole range. Max says India 99%, Australia 1%.
I like that stuff. I like that stuff.
70-30 Australia, says Awais Ali Syeds. Medium Johnson says 60-40 Australia. Shankani Chakravarti says Australia will win. Samuel Donnelly says BCCI ahead.
Always.
Ritwickism says Australia 94%. Tino Best, India 53-47. Tino's getting close for me.
Yeah.
James Cox says India to still win by 70. Shashwat says India ahead 99%. Sui says 69% in fear.
I think that it's going to be so hard to start as well. I mean, for as long as Jadeja's got overs in him, it's going to be so hard to start against that. But if the Jew has in fact come in, it's going to be a little bit easier, I suppose.
Guys out there, are the commentators saying anything about the Jew coming in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we get a super clip of the amount of times we've mentioned the Jew?
Yeah. It does.
It is everything.
It does feel like an important element of the game.
It does. Stuart Jew's in the building. Someone says, "Oh,
are we ready to talk about? Are we ready to talk about how India is just the better team, and the fact that they're playing this wicket on a shit tip has brought Australia into it because they've won the toss as well, and they've probably got the better of the conditions. It seems.
Well, it seems not only that, but I'm wondering
if it was
whether the Australia did the one thing. Oh, that's
a great nick.
Ragged.
Great nick from Travis Head for 4.
Has spat.
That's spat.
That's spat off the wicket. I'm going to reserve judgment about the way the wicket's been prepared until the end of the game.
And then
judging by that delivery,
then we'll make some decisions. So Jadeja's bowled the ball that he's went to cut, and it's ragged, and it's fucking spliced head, and he's nicked it to sort of second slip off Jadeja, and it's gone for 4.
The balls of Cummins and co to bowl first in all the circumstances, to do the exact thing that India did not expect them to do,
that's a fucking wild shot from Travis Head, who went to punch it down the ground and got on the inside edge, went down to long on for 1 in the air. Oh man, Head's such a big wicket. 64 of 70 at the moment.
There's still a long way to go.
There's a long way to go.
There's a long way to go for Australia.
110.
Yep.
110 to win. Jadeja again to Marnus.
Look,
pushes the offside for 1.
I mean, is everything on here? Is a tie and a super over on?
I'm starting to get nervous again.
I've had 2 massive black coffees, so I don't know where anxiety ends and nerves begin.
Why can't they just be called coffees?
Because I don't have milk in it. It's delineating the style of coffee I have.
Interesting. Interesting. You need to separate those two.
I actually don't understand why.
Good over for Australia here. They've got 7 off it, 1 to come. Jadeja coming into Marnus, 26 off 51. I'm looking at stages here now where just fucking block it, just get out of the over, and he pushes the offside for 1 more. So 8 off that over off Jadeja. He's 5 overs for 24 Jadeja. No wickets thus far.
That first one spat. Look, Australia needs to keep doing what they're doing, don't they? They've actually found a groove and a rhythm against so Rohit has rotated his bowlers through this middle over period. Who's had a go? So everyone except Bumrah has had a crack through the middle overs, haven't they? So Shami's had a go. Siraj didn't last for it. Siraj's got a lot of overs left.
Can we get the scorecard up, please, John?
Jadeja's had a go. Kuldeep's had a go. Now, it is only 5 frontline bowlers, isn't it? They don't have. So Siraj has to bowl 10.
Has to bowl 10.
And he's what bowled?
He's bowled 3.
Can you get that up? How many has Siraj bowled?
I think the bowling figures up. Yeah, Siraj has bowled 3, none for 16.
So Siraj got 7
and
a go.
Bumrah's bowled 5 already.
Siraj got 7 a go. That's interesting as well to me, given he's not
He's bowled slot. That's cover drive by Marnus. 4 runs. Absolutely glorious shot. Absolutely.
Shami, if you could
the Jews come in.
If you could keep bowling there.
Mate, if you're looking at like pure numbers in ODI cricket, I know it's not like that, but Australia's got 102 to win from 25 overs with 7 wickets in hand.
4 and over.
You're looking at someone from
Jews
India.
in too.
So you're looking for someone from India here to win this game is going to be like it's going to be heroic stuff. And look, they've got the players to do it, but I've just with that cover drive now, the last and the 4 of the last over before,
head in hand stuff as well.
But, you know, just the way it's going, Shami's good bowler, hasn't taken a wicket now in 5 overs. It's unlike him in this tournament. Just the way it's going. The seesawing battle will continue. You know, they go bang, bang.
Absolutely.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Look how we're talking, Beza. We're nervous. We're invested in this game.
I genuinely want to go back to the Goanna pedophile stuff.
Just distract us?
No, I'm feeling pretty chill, actually.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Super chat there, Charlie.
Danush says, we're nervous, they're calm.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're not really, are we? But I do feel like the Aussie boys have been extremely calm through all of this, which is like, that's one thing like, like, oh, I can't move, I can't do this, or this is how I'm feeling. It's like, it matters not a jot, not one jot in terms of influencing the performance. In fact, is there anything more like ego, self-centered than thinking how you feel about a game has any influence on what goes on when you're sitting where we're sitting, you know?
Yeah.
I just admire how Labuschagne and Head are going here, really. But it does feel like something's about to change. Oh,
Yeah.
front dog.
Someone clipped up when we were talking about Coley dropping that catch.
Yeah, that's going to be a good clip. That's going to be a good clip. Yeah, well, you know.
You take the rough with the smooth.
Indeed.
What do you reckon that means? As in rough of what? Like what was?
I reckon it's
the origins?
an ocean sailing reference. Rough waters, smooth.
I like that.
Yeah.
Good call. All right, Shami in again. What do we got now?
What do you got for us, Mo?
Oh, he's top edged it and it's gone into the gap. Oh, it's one bounce. He went for a hook shot, uncontrolled, miscontrolled.
Ooh,
The Miseducation of Lauren Hill. More good albums.
I would love to I would love to be able to hear the tension of the crowd in India. I know we can't, but you can. The pictures that we're being shown as you just go from shot to shot to shot is of very pensive Indian faces.
Well,
including Rohit, including Bumrah and the players. They need some kind of pressure valve release.
You know, like a magical catch or like a Jadeja run out or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, but at the moment, if Australia score the next 20 runs without loss, it's just that probably doesn't mean shit. Travis Head goes whack for 4.
Get in
oh
there,
my
get in
god,
there,
Travis Head.
There's still
He
a
is
while
playing
to go.
an absolute
There's still a while to
blinder
go.
here.
There's still a long
It's
way
3
to
for
go.
144 at the end of the 26th over. Travis Head moves to 69 of 72. Marnus 32 of 57. Oh my God. Do you dare to dream, Australia? Are you staying awake? Have you got that number in your phone? Are you rolling up a pink lady? Are you rolling up a pineapple? Are you rolling up a little avocado there? Are you slipping that in the old nostril? Do you dare to dream on your Monday morning, Australia?
Friend of the show just WhatsApps in. Eyeballs versus Australian gold. Huge fork in the road for the future of TGC. So true.
Yeah.
So true.
Steve's paid 3 times to ask this question, so it's probably worth addressing.
Yeah, go on, Steve.
Thoughts on ditching international T20s and having an ODI World Cup? T20 can have franchises and the Olympics.
Oh, I don't give a shit. To be honest, right now,
feels like a very X's and O's question.
I'm just not into X's and O's with like 24 overs to go in the World Cup final about future of the game.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd rather talk about, as I've been very clear, umpires clinking milk glasses or how Marnus and Travis Head negotiate these middle overs. Like, there's nothing in the middle for me.
Yeah. Jadeja bowling his 6th over here. Australia's fucking.
This is 97 to get. We're a long road out. Look at that deck. Oh, that's moved. That's spun a lot.
Yeah.
You're totally right about starting innings as well. Like, I mean, this game's got bang bang wickets written all over it.
Mm-hmm. Kiss, kiss, bang, bang.
Exactly.
And like just when the wicket falls, it's going to be one where like the batter looks at the deck and he sort of like gets that mood going. We're like, this is a shit tip, and then the crowd is fucking just this volume, this mass of this roar. Then Kohli starts clapping again. He's starting to dance to some songs. More shots of fucking Modi in the stadium, Shahrukh Khan, that kind of stuff. Jay Shah with his glasses on.
I just also think that like a lot of these Aussie guys trying to start the innings, if you still have like 3 or 4 overs of Jadeja left, I mean, you'd have to take a wicket now. That's going to be tough going,
Yeah, but what's interesting is that, Australia's got 7 overs of Siraj, and if you are right, they're trying to hide him. He's going to have to bowl a lot of overs in a row, Siraj.
Yeah, toward the end as well.
Yep.
That's a big ask for a guy that has essentially been demoted during the World Cup final from opening the bowling, which has been his job. He's come to bowl the middle grunt overs where you need to bowl tight lines, tight channels, slow cutters into the deck. He's been taken down by Heady, and now you got to find 7 overs out of him at the end of the game when his confidence is down. People discussing about whether Ashwin should have come in for him, etc.
He's going to have to.
I think Siraj is a great player, and he can he might be able to turn it on. He's the sort of guy that might be able to take one and then start running through them. But
he's a vibes guy.
Yeah, I think Australia would be doing well to try and sit on these guys as much as they can, 4 or 5 and over, and wait to pick off Siraj if possible.
To be fair, they didn't like take him down. It just looked kind of innocuous. It was only 16 off 3 overs.
He was bowling pace on. Maybe the Jews coming in as well. Like it seemed to lack a plan.
Well, what's been huge so far is it's Shami, though his first spell was fucking outstanding. He didn't run through Australia. Bumrah's back on now, so Bumrah's bowling his 6th over. This feels a big moment.
Sam McNeil writes in. He goes,
"Yeah, partnership 101, Pezza.
101 partnership. Wow, call the AFP because I like it."
And Dalmatians.
Sam McNeil writes in. He says, "Pezza, discuss the fact we kissed in 1999 at Seagull World in return for seeing 2 girls do the same." Okay, so in 1999, I was
you're like 13.
I would have been 13, 14 or something. There was a under 18s dance party at a place in Sydney, in Darling Harbour at the time, called Seagull World.
Yeah,
I went to school in the city, so nearby.
Oh, Travis Head's flicked one.
Over the top.
Oh my God. It's into the gap and it's 4 runs. So that's Bumrah's first ball over. Fucking hell. That was...
You can sit on him now.
It was in the gap.
He can sit on him now.
First ball of Bumrah's spell. That's moves it to 152 for 3. 89 to get for Australia. 7 wickets in hand.
Wow.
23 overs left. Fuck me, Pezza. I'm scared. I'm scared because I'm daring to dream. That was off speed. And Travis Head's just about middle to mid-wicket.
We'll take a load off and listen to me kissing a boy.
Here we go.
So I was also a boy at the time. The dance party was called Elevation, and sort of always tapped it. Oh, he's up, but Marnus was back. He was too onto it. He's played too much BYC, Marnus, to not be back in his crease there, backyard cricket. No, pretty simple. I was with my mate Sam McNeil, best mate, oldest mate. Schooled him since when I was 7 or some shit.
Yeah.
Same as him. And I don't know how it came about. We're talking we're totally sober because we're like 13, 14. And then I don't know how it came about or how he's got arranged, but 2 girls who are roughly our age, maybe I don't know, said, I think we're like 14, 15, but they said, if you kiss, we'll kiss.
Hell yeah.
And we were just like, we're like oldest mate. Is that through?
Travis Head.
Is that through?
That's gone through.
It's
3 for 4. Travis Head down the ground.
Jesus Christ.
2 boundaries in the over. That moves Travis Head into the 70s, I think it is. Oh, he's in 79. What am I doing?
Wow.
He's a 79 of 77. This is unbelievable from Travis Head.
And it was really a question of just 2 young guys desperate to see 2 girls kiss because that's what we wanted, and we're deep, extremely old friends with great trust, great affection, both affectionate guys as well.
Yeah,
and there was not even a discussion or any awkwardness about it.
Travis said just drop kicks one to the offside for 1.
We're not talking about like a full on pash or anything. Both of us like heterosexual, but respectful of spectrums, and very very quickly just in kiss. I don't know how long it was held for. Wouldn't have been too long, but enough for for them to get value for money.
Did they get full value?
Well, we were offering it to them because that was our desire. We were like, we want to see these two girls kiss, and sure enough, they delivered. It was great. It was a real.
Carl Rahul wants to review that straight away.
That's great. Please do.
No, that has to be missing leg.
Now,
he's reviewed it. They've reviewed it.
Yeah, so that's desperation
it's
review.
Marnus,
But I've been
it
wrong
was a
before.
Yorker, but I mean that's coming from cover, and that's hitting on leg stump, I reckon. Now, like I'd be shocked if that's hitting. I mean, at best, umpire's call.
Is this where the technology gets involved?
Here we go. What have they got for us?
We can actually finally work out.
Now that ball's end up at square leg. So they've gone through.
Marnus would have to be batting outside off stump.
Yeah.
For this.
Look where that's come from.
That's a serious angle. Could be clipping. Anyway, watch the two girls kiss. It was fantastic. It was absolutely worth it. And Sam and I remain, deeply close friends to this day.
Yeah.
I'd do it again.
What do you got here, Pezza? What do you got here? I mean, like
it's clipping at best. I mean,
are we looking at technology getting 3 reds here?
No, I'm not red pilling on it. There's no way I'm red pilling on it. They seem to be taking a while to bring up the technology. I don't know why, but
it's not going to be.
We already know that Bumrah bowls from.
It's going to be some bloke doing an etch a sketch.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, I don't think it's going over the top. He's probably
just where that ball's come from. I mean. Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Oh, I tell you what, where the impact was, he's come back a long way from where it's come from. There, yeah. They tried their best.
I mean, that was
that's not so close.
I think it was nicking. I think it was just nicking.
Maybe.
I got to tell you, like, if that was given out, obviously if that was given out, then he's out.
Oh, I'm walking off air.
But like, that just wasn't out. I mean. But, I would say that, wouldn't I? Because I'm white. So you got to factor that in.
They still keep the review. It's all right, Bear.
Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Fucking good ball.
Pot Kettle says Seagull or intensity. 8-player Daytona was sick, but Seagull might just nudge it. Yeah, good question. Good question. Intensity more accessible, more intensity, like sort of places to go. Seagull was just one mega place, whereas intensity was like at your various shopping centres, etc. You're in the city for intensity as well. So, probably time zone's probably god tier for me there. I know it's a franchise, but just the colours and all of it.
Yeah. And
time zone's obviously now morphed into play zone, which is Higgos has discussed on Patreon.
Oh, great shot from head.
Is that 4?
Head goes 4. Oh, it's 14 off the over. I tell you what, Bumrah didn't bowl a terrible over there, I wouldn't have thought, and he's very nearly had Marnus the ball before, but that is 14 off the over, 3 fours for head, 2 singles, a leg by and a single for head there as well. So that is head now on 84, I believe. Charlie, can we just get the scorecard up for the batting scorecard, if I may, please?
Just while you do that, Charlie, a lot of responses to the
kissing story?
The kissing story. Basically just a lot of people saying how much they love Seagull World. Which I love. Like, isn't that a great thing? Like, just a lot of people just going, Seagull World is fucking incredible place. I miss it. It's really good. You store it, Pezzy, your story's dog shit.
Yeah, I like playing NBA Jam and Daytona.
That's right. NBA Jam.
All right, that'll do, Charlie. Thanks for the scorecard. Appreciate that. That's what's happening in the game so far. That's a technology available to the fans out there that we'll bring on TGC. Right, who's bowling now, Pezza?
And if you are interested in this whole development of a second screen experience of watching cricket, we are available for hire, and we can do it while editorialising an elimination of all references to pedophiles and other things that will be classified R to X-rated. That's just a little sponsor kind of plea there, if you will. And I know you will. Watching.
Well, bowl from Jadeja.
Jadeja slows it
now,
up.
what's interesting, Pezza, this is the 29th over. Siraj has 7 overs to bowl. That would mean that he has to start his overs before the 36th over. 14 overs required. So that would be in the next couple of overs. So Siraj will have to bowl again soon. Bumrah, I think that over that Bumrah's bowled, that suggests to me that they are getting to the stage. It's
over.
Slog sweep. It's slog sweep for single for Travis Head off Jadeja.
You know when it goes over a player short, you think, that's into a gap then?
Yeah, but it was actually straight to the man. Yeah. So, short of Andy Flower there. And,
does that give you any safety seeing Andy Flower there?
Not really.
Yeah, interesting.
Why? Does it you?
No, not really. No, I just think it's interesting. Like, he did preside over a great test team with England, and he was an excellent player in his own right. Averaged 50 for Zimbabwe, wicketkeeper, disciplinarian with the Aussie side. But like it's just Australian arrogance to me, where I don't feel a safety with him now.
Not really. That's that over that Bumrah bowled just there. He's got 4 overs left. That to me suggests that they are starting to like roll the dice here, India, with 77 required. They know that they can't wait much longer, and that says to me that Siraj not bowling yet. Bumrah bowling that last over. they need a wicket hard, which isn't surprising given it's 76 to win.
Lid's not off for me. I'm being serious. Lid's not off, and I think there's twists and turns left in this game. I think it only takes 1 wicket to break it open, and I think starting on this deck is going to be really difficult. There's still a fair few overs of spin to get through.
Australia could lose 5 for 20.
Totally, and it could be absolute mayhem. So if I'm an Indian fan, then I don't need to advise them this, but this game's on deluxe, and it's funny what pressure does as the overs tick down and the pressure rises. So,
getting into fucking delirium territory here. In
terms of tiredness.
No. Delirium in the sense that like I'm starting. I've got that belief in my heart. Like I'm starting to think like, well, if Australia doesn't win from here, they would have lost 7 for 70 to lose the World Cup, and that's where my brain is going. And it's like I just still don't believe it's possible that Australia win the World Cup in these circumstances against this team. I just can't fathom that. But also at the same time, I still expect it. You look at the faces on the fans, and they are more than pensive. Bumrah's bowling his 7th over now.
He's got 4 to go, Bumrah.
I mean, over Australia, he's not going to bowl another over after this, I wouldn't have thought, so because they only have 3 left. But, I mean, if Australia get through Bumrah...
The thing is, the last 8 overs have gone for 40 runs, which is sensational. Like the fact that like Travis Head in particular has managed to knock so many runs off, meaning that like Australia don't have too much of a run rate issue in the next 20 overs. There's still a little bit. They still have some work to do. It just takes the edge off for Australia a little bit as well. It means they can be a little bit more selective with what they want to go for.
76 off 125. 76 off 124.
So Bumrah's bowling cutters into the deck to try and build the pressure, but surely he's just going to rifle in a Yorker or an on-speed at the head shortly. And Marnus has looked like he's had problems with the short ball tonight with the two-pace nature of the wicket. So I wonder if that's going to be Bumrah's plan. If we're trying to get in his head as to how he's going to knock Marnus over, which would be the first step. Marnus seems to be rocking onto the front shoe and just backing himself to get back if it's short. Yes,
there's the Yorker. And he turns it away to the leg side for 1 to get Travis Head back on strike. Marnus moves to 37. Oh, my God, Pezza. What are we looking at? Nearly 2 o'clock in the morning here.
2 o'clock 5 minutes to 2. Once again, lid's not off at all. I know 75 run. Can you imagine being an Australian right now? If you imagine batting number 7 for Australia. So who are you there? Are you
Maxwell.
Maxwell batting 7.
I mean, that's it. That's if Inglis is in next.
Well, no, but that means
Inglis is 6.
Inglis is 6, Maxwell 7. Imagine being Cummins coming in 8.
Yeah,
it's not a good feeling. Oh, that's a Yorker, and Heady just pushes it for 1.
Gets a single.
Throw it, please.
Yeah.
So we're not getting into any kind of tribute to Australia yet. My only tribute is to say that I am winding up deluxe if Australia goes close here, because we said before this game, they're going to have to play something approaching the perfect game for them to take it close.
Yep.
I'm just saying that they have achieved taking it close.
Yes.
I still think there's heaps of twists and turns left. I just stopped drinking coffee.
6.5 overs for Bumrah. There are hands being clasped by Indian supporters. They are praying. They're pensive. There's head in hands. They know that this is slowly slipping away.
WJDB says Harsha Bogle sounds like he's emceeing a funeral.
Well, come on, join TGC. Let your friends know there's a party happening here.
I tell you what, I've been in the press box and in the TV studio when India was struggling against Pakistan, and there was some nerves in there, believe me. I tell you what, we're going to find out how many powers that be exist in global cricket right now, because there is a lot of money standing to be lost if Marnus manages to stay in here.
Let me tell you.
Marnus could potentially lose a lot of people, a lot of jobs, including ours.
Yeah.
Right. So.
I mean, at the same time, wouldn't you love to see this game? People think it's going to be played at Modi Stadium. It's actually going to be played at the Empty Had.
Yeah,
it's
people asking when are the seats going to start getting empty?
It's going to be the Empty Had if this gets a little bit closer for Australia.
Ash and Kure, you can stop texting it, brother. It's quite annoying. I don't know what over we're going to see empty seats. In fact, I shouldn't have rewarded your spam by acknowledging you.
All right. This said, win predictor says Australia 90%, India 10%. That can get in the bin. That
Well,
can get in
30
the
overs. You
absolute
want me to
bin.
double your score at 30 overs as well, so we could send them back in.
Have them 3 down tonight.
Is that Metamucil?
No, it's not.
Say no more.
It's actually a laxative, so I'm about to shit myself.
Man, I actually am with 2 coffees. I'm going to have to go. Hang on, what's going on here?
We're not far away from a power outage, I reckon. Just turn those lights off.
Yeah, that's right. Something's got to happen. Yeah, so Rohit's slowing the game down. That's fine.
Okay, Jadeja's bowling his 8th over.
You know, it even annoys me like when you say 8th, not because you're incorrect. Oh, hang on.
Oh, Bumrah.
What's going on?
I think that might have been an accident, to be fair. Bumrah seems
Was he doing the bail change thing? Is he doing a Stuart Broad thing?
He had a towel in his hand, I think, because it must be dew out there. So the dew must have come in. He flicked it and he knocked the bail over. I think there was a suggestion that might have been petulance, but I think it was actually just an accident. If I was to back him,
Which you're not.
no. Travis Head pushes a single. He moves to
You just
87.
say, you say, well, that's
The
problematic.
unlucky number in Australian cricket, according
Yeah.
to Ian Chappell.
Yep. Because it's 13 from 100.
That's right.
86 is 14 from 100.
Always said that. Oh, Pezza,
Yeah,
Pezza,
well,
Pezza.
here we go. Yeah,
All right.
73 to go. I mean, with mornings. You know when you're going for like a long run or something and you have like,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I'm sort of in the vicinity of completing this thing. You're like, no, I'm not even 2/3 of the way.
Yeah.
There's a long way to go.
Yep. You go for a 20-minute run, you do 2 minutes.
Lot
I'm
of
just going
work.
to do that 8 more times.
Absolutely.
Or
Or whatever.
However it works. I don't really do maths
Not what I'm paid for.
or runs.
Yeah, we genuinely are going to bring the scorecard up at the end of this over, if you know what I mean.
What about
Marnus giving,
Asia?
mate.
Darts.
So the Aussie plan hasn't changed yet. Marnus is still looking stressed trying to find that gap there.
Well, given that Head's scoring 87 off 83, they
Yeah,
don't need to
doesn't
change
need to.
anything.
Exactly.
And also the run rate required
Does he find the gap? No.
must be 20. Well, they need 3 and over. 3.5 and over.
You know, they should ring Marnus up here. They should ring him up and see if he wants to hit over the top.
Yeah,
Just take a little bit of a gamble. Ask him to hit that over the top.
Well, Bob. Looking at them, just one off. There's one ball to come here.
Yeah.
This has been a good over from Jadeja.
I think you should see him off.
Yeah. I'm getting,
8
I'm
overs
getting
done
out of the
for
over. here.
Jadeja. Get out of the over.
Get out of the over.
Just start telling him what to do.
Get out.
Just get out, mate.
Yeah,
Is there
turn
one?
it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Might get 2 there. He might get 2
Is
there.
there deuce?
I think he's going to. He's going to
boys.
scamper back. He gets
That's
2 there.
Incredible.
There you go.
I've got to duck off for a sec.
See you later, mate. Do you want to bring up the bowling scorecard, please, Charlie? There's a batting scorecard there. Marnus moves to 39. Scorecard hasn't updated just yet. Bowling scorecard, please, mate. I think this is sort of the most important one to have a look at the context of the game. So Siraj still has about 7 overs, as we mentioned earlier. Bumrah, what's he got? 3 overs left. Jadeja, 2 overs left. Shami has got 3 overs left, and then Kuldeep with 4 overs left. You know how numbers work. You know the bowlers get to bowl 10 overs each, unless we get to see Virat bowl off the wrong foot. Is that what we're going to see today? I'm scared of Charlie. I'm scared of WinViz telling me that India's got a 10% chance of winning, because that just that fuels my idea that it's the hope that kills you. Also the cholesterol, as we know. But I'm scared now that Australia is in front of the game. I mean, if I was an Indian fan, I'd be like, mate, they're going to win. But I just think
And
many are saying that.
Yeah.
They're saying shut the fuck up.
They're rattled.
I'd be rattled too. Shoe on the other foot. If India were 170 for 3, chasing Australia's 240, I'd be like, well, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
To be
I would have
fair,
been in bed fucking an hour ago. Probably before the second innings started, honestly.
all right, Kuldeep's back on. What's the vibe? I actually haven't got a screen in front of me. So how's the chat just been generally? Have people been enjoying the coverage? Are they just talking to themselves?
Mostly the ones that haven't just said they would announce they were leaving and left.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
The rest seem to be good.
Yeah, okay.
Not enough game commentary, which
Not enough game commentary.
put the commentary on if you want to.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I feel like I've done more game commentary than usual.
yeah. A lot of people saying dill Australia, so that's nice.
Yeah.
Dill means a different thing in Australia. Dill means you're dumb.
Yeah,
Like you're a dill.
He's a bit of a dill,
He's a bit of a dill. And it's not to be confused with the herb, which is a beautiful thing to apply to fish.
Indeed.
Oh, it's
That
kept
is
low.
Travis said, push it down the ground for one. Well played.
Gee, I tell you what, I haven't seen Australia milk this well since. No, seriously, they
Prostate massage bonding session they had pre-tournament.
correct.
They were milking.
This is one of the great milk sessions I've ever seen from Australia.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious.
Yep.
Australia don't milk like this. They're not a milking team.
No, it's not a milking team,
They're a front load, see it through in the middle and see if you can bouge at the end.
Yep.
And this has been an exhibition of milking.
You know, the conversation before the last game was Marnus or Marcus, and Marnus's 40 off 77 here has been absolutely pivotal.
Yeah. We're
and-
starting to tribute, aren't we?
Yeah,
69,
but
yeah.
69 required. We're looking at something pretty special. Oh, well bowled.
It's just slid on there. Yeah, why? Hedy's like, why isn't that turned? Why? I don't understand the
Yeah.
physics of that.
He's also middled it.
Luke Ryan says best milking by an Aussie since Cardinal Pell.
There we go.
Yeah,
Thanks
there we
very
go.
much
Perfect.
for that, Luke.
Good on you, Luke.
Good on you, Luke. On you, Luke. Yeah, Australia normally leads. Australia.
Good on you, Luke.
Australia normally on your look, yeah, like I'm like a Macca from Australia all over. You ever listen to Macca? I like this would be total culture shock to Indians. Like Macca, he's like runs a like a radio show on a Sunday. He's done it for like 30, 40, 50 years on the ABC. Absolute icon, and he speaks to people from around Australia, like more so like laconic agricultural types.
Yeah.
He lives in Glebe, I'm pretty sure, but you know, like Shirley will call up and go, "Oh, Macca, we've got a bakery. We're selling baked goods at the raffle down here in Bendemeer." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, that's great." And then like someone, "Oh, how many head of cattle you got, mate?" "Yeah, and I got 40 on the property here." And
Sounds nice.
It is. It's really lilting to listen to it. Then he'll put bird sounds on and stuff, and it's like really Australian, And then it just starts getting weird when he starts talking about milking cattle and that kind of thing. And like,
There's Modi.
There he is.
There's Modi, big wave.
Have a look at that. He actually looked, if I was to analyse that, he looks quite genial and grandfatherly and gentle.
Yeah. Right, Jadeja bowling his 9th over Pezza.
Yeah, let's see him off here. Let's see if we can commentate him off.
Well, mate, Siraj hasn't bowled yet, and it's the 33rd over, so he's almost going to have to bowl every over unchanged if they don't bowl him. Well, either way, he's going to bowl just about 7 in a row.
It's either a psychological masterstroke from Rohit Sharma to be like, listen, in our hour of need, I haven't turned to you in any way. But now that I've exhausted every other option, can you try and win us a World Cup?
Can you bowl 7 on the spin?
I mean, I'm kind of going for Siraj in that situation because he's been completely ignored in these plans. And I think that probably speaks to the tactical masterstroke of Australia to bowl first in this situation right now as the game currently stands.
Head slog
heady
sweeps.
slog sweeps. Is it through?
No, he doesn't find the gap, but he does get a single. Moves to 89.
That it's India have chosen to essentially eliminate Siraj from the game and his role, thinking they can do it without him. And now they're going to need him. It's going to be a huge effort from him mentally to be able to come on and make an impression on the game from this situation.
Mm-hmm. I would love to know how quiet it is in the stadium, like what the vibe is, because
No, the sound's up.
Because I feel like I can feel the tension from the Indian faces, like the fielding side. I mean, like I feel like I can feel the desperation, and like
67 from 104. There's still a little bit of scoring pressure for Australia, Like there's still work to do. There's still boundaries to hit, sixes to hit.
Totally.
And they're
but
not going to be easy.
They're soaking up the best bowlers. I mean, Jadeja's got 7 balls left.
Yeah.
So him finishing with 5 is going to be quite something. But
I'm
last ball this over.
I'm still calling twists.
Good over, only 2 off from Jadeja.
2 off from Jadeja, just
off.
a little bit more. India, you're still in it. You're still in it.
$20 super chat from Grum Mac says, Pez, couple bags knocking about.
It's funny. People thought that because I left the seat that I've gone to the bathroom to do cocaine. And as I mentioned earlier, I don't need to gross anybody out, but I've had 2 cups of coffee. That's it. You can tell that nothing of that sort is happening because we don't have any alcohol here or other triggers that would necessitate that kind of question.
That would be something. I had a couple of coffees, a couple of bumps, I'm good to go.
That's right. Coffees and bumps and no beers. Yeah, no, and also I don't partake in that. So,
All right, cool. Leap on again. So at the same stage, India were 9 runs less with 1 wicket down.
Well,
yeah. So it's not dissimilar.
no, exactly.
It's not dissimilar.
How good can India's quicks be at getting the ball into the deck? Headies over the top. It looks controlled, and it looks like it's in there.
It's gone for 4. There's no mid on, no long on. So he's hit for 4. Travis Head moves to the 90s.
They've asked Heady the question,
my
and he
God.
said, "Yeah, I got an answer for that."
Oh, against the spin. Use his feet. 178 for 3.
Jeez. Who is going to be who's going to change the game for India right now? It feels like still any of them could, but it does feel like these two have a handle on the deck.
It's hard because like I just hit it
And
again.
again?
It's got it over. Oh, just
Yeah,
over
it
for
was
4
over. It was
again.
well
Travis
over.
Head 97, 4-4 in the over. Oh, it was length and he just hit it in the air over mid
He's
on.
taken his opportunities, Heady. You know, when the bowlers have gone short, and he's taken risks at the right time.
You know, it just nullifies Jadeja's last over, which went for 2. Travis Head 97. I mean, he's already just about man of the match.
He
Though
didn't-
if India
he didn't
wins,
get all
someone's
that.
gonna have to something's very special is gonna have to happen. 97 for Head. Half tracker. Punched down, punched
Does he get
wide.
2?
Might get 2. Does Marnus come back? They do
does.
run 2. They do run 2. Head
Fantastic.
to 99.
99.
Travis Head to 99. 10 runs already off the over. 57 to win. 99 balls remaining. 7 wickets in the hutch. The boys are ready to stand up. 99 off 93, Sam Perry. Can you feel it? Can you feel the tension? I'm feeling all sorts of tension, Pezza. I'm daring to believe. I'm daring to believe, Australia. It's 10 past 2 in the morning. Travis Head's on 99. Does he find a single? No, he doesn't. I'm nervous, Sam Perry. I'm nervous. Do you feel nerves? Do you feel my nerves? Do you feel my tension?
Absolutely. I think we're all processing it in different ways. I've become a robot.
Come on, the bin lid. Come on, the bin lid.
Just needs to find one here just to get out of the over as well. It's been a great over from a team perspective.
Yeah. Couple balls left. Travis Head. Well
That's
bowled.
a beautiful
Gets the
delivery.
single, does
Oh,
he?
is he in?
Oh,
He was out if he
does
hit.
it.
He's home.
And he gets the 100.
Wow. That was
He gets
out
the
if he hit.
100. Oh, yes.
hello, talk more, is he saying?
Give me some chat,
Come
boys.
on.
Gloves.
Let's hear more.
Gloves.
Was that gloves or chat?
Oh,
What did he want?
Jadeja had a shot at the stumps and he was gone for all money and they just missed it. And Travis had 100 off 95. Are you watching, Australia? Are you watching? Do you believe?
He goes-
Do you dare to dream?
He goes, it's one of the most significant knocks in Australian cricket history.
And 100 in the World Test Championship final as well.
It is the stuff dreams are made of. Can, to
Heady.
hit, to make 100 in a World Cup final away from home in front of 130,000 and 1 billion baying Indians when they go in with all the form is really, it's teen fanfic, from childhood. And this is among so many innings that he's now compiling his best so far. He elevates himself and it goes without saying, but it must be said now, finish it off, Heady.
Finish it. Also, job done. You can start teeing off.
Let the boys do the rest. That was a sensational over, and I just think I'm not saying he's
13
broken.
off.
I'm not saying he's broken the back of India there, but that was a huge moment in the game, especially to make his ground there. Where if India had hit, he was out. To be out for 99, run out, changes the momentum of the game as well. And a run out is exactly what it would take. But it feels like the game is going that way where the bounce of the ball is Australia's way. Run outs are being missed. I'm commencing belief with nerves.
Was that Jadeja? It must have been because he was left-handed throw. So it's only Kuldeep and Jadeja that have left arms, I think.
That was cool. That was in his way a little bit as well. But anyway.
So it might have been.
Heady gave up on it.
Jadeja had a shot at the stumps there, and that fucking felt significant. Mate, 56 to win from 16 overs, and this is Jadeja's last over. I can't believe Travis said, just stop running. Fucking hell. I mean, that was... Oh, and he goes bang.
That's out.
And he's
That's
got
gone.
all
That's
of
gone.
it.
All the way.
The bin lid.
That's out of here.
The boys are coming home.
Come on, Lid.
the boys are coming home.
Come on, Lid.
Oh, my goodness me. 50 to win, Pezza.
See that look between Tanvir Sanger and Maxwell? Just a little side eye, like I thought. I wasn't sure. I don't. He hasn't got all of that either.
Oh, Travis Head's had enough. Oh, my God.
I mean, this is heroic stuff from Australia.
That is a great reach as well.
This is heroic stuff from this team.
What are we watching, Pez? What are we watching?
This team that has been pilloried by everybody, where so many people, even at home, hope for their failure.
Including the podcasters.
Exactly. They behave themselves impeccably. They play entertaining cricket. They play resilient cricket.
Nice guys.
And they're now 50 away from a World Cup win with 7 wickets in hand. It will take something monumentally special from India to drag it back from here. I'm not ruling it out in this stadium, but you can look at the faces of the Indian fans and the Indian players and see that they know that their campaign is hanging by the slimmest, thinnest of threads. It is going to take an Australian mistake from here to bring them back into
It's
it.
a gas truck.
It'd be a big old gas truck. And hey, funnier things have happened in cricket. And they do say cricket's a funnier game.
Oh, he slaps him. Oh, dot ball. I mean, Travis said, fucking, he's teeing off here. I wouldn't mind to see him get out of the over here, given it's already 6 off. I'm scared because I still think a wicket fucking changes things.
Does he hit through there?
He goes
is there
for single. He might get 2 there.
He might get deuce.
It goes to Kuldeep and they just run the single.
They just go one. There's no
Just
need
run
for
the
an issue
single.
there. Okay.
I wonder how significant that moment might have been with Jadeja throwing the stumps and head on 99. You never know. That might have been the window.
Yeah. You need to make those plays to win World Cups, I reckon. What does that even mean? You can miss and also win World Cups.
Australia need 3 and over for the last 15
That's a big
overs.
old full face. That's a fuller face than Bert Newton in his prime. Oh, moon face there. That's the sort of face you want to present with the bat.
Right, Jadeja's bowled 10 overs and he's taken no wickets. That's only the 3rd time that has happened this tournament in 11 games. 2 times against New Zealand, 1 time in the final. They've seen off Jadeja.
Jesus Christ. I am extremely proud of this team.
Mate, Australia
at the
has
moment.
just about played the perfect game and they're so close.
49 to go.
They're
There's
so
still
close.
49 runs. Classic cricket
San
psychology.
San Francisco, 49 to go.
Yeah. 7 wickets in hand, 49 to win. That's still in cricket terms when you're batting. You're batting 7, 8, 9. That's fucking.
It's too many.
That's brick city. It's
too many.
It's a lot. There's a lot that can happen.
If
in
I'm
that
Hazelwood,
time.
I'm getting my pads on.
Mate, 100%, or at least I've got my my kit on.
Yeah.
You know, I've got my playing uniform on. So yeah, there's still some work to go, and I think it'd be really difficult to start on this wicket. And can you imagine the crowd being up and about if a wicket happens?
Just
now?
need 1.
Yep.
Boomer's got 3 overs left. Siraj is genuinely going to have to bowl 7 in a row. Super chat there, Charlie.
One of the greatest tons from Thomas White. One of the greatest tons you'll see. Tell me more about the gay experiences you had growing up.
Yeah. And
that's
really,
what we can bring.
That's
what we can bring.
TGC. That's the space we occupy.
Yeah. Travis says 100, one of my favourite gay experiences.
I presume that was one and the same.
One and the same.
Tell me,
there was no punctuation in that
exactly.
question. Yeah.
I don't know what else to add to that. That was a gay experience. It was transcendental. You know, it was anywhere on the sexual spectrum you want it to be.
He made me see colours.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see sounds.
There you go. Interesting.
Something to think about.
The WhatsApps are popping off here as well. Anyway, there's a couple of people coming in.
We haven't looked at the Patreon feed, have we? We probably should.
Yeah, as we said, we
chat.
would.
Yeah.
There'd be some good stuff there. Do you want me to bring it up? Yeah, I can get it.
If you want to support TJC, you can sign up to our Patreon. I'm sure you've heard about it before, but it's patreon.com/Grey Cricketer. You can sign up there for $5 or $10 a month, and you can support us moving forward for doing this sort of frivolity. I was just never more sure of my entire life that this game was going to be won by India, and you know it's still a contest where either side can win because 2 teams are playing the game. Here it is. Yeah, it is Jadeja. I tell you what.
He's missed by a long
fair way, yeah. And Head was gone by an absolute mile. Now that's just one of those things in a World Cup final.
Yeah.
Where that's actually probably what they needed.
Yeah. I think there must be drinks now. So let's go to the Patreon chat.
Yeah, go on.
There's a lot. So Ryan Werner says good day to be a Hong Kong fan. Asif says, sorry, I stopped listening to the boys for a bit. What's this about a homosexuality bird? Let's keep going. Why do we all pay for Patreon if they're just going to read YouTube comments? It's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Hope the lads watched Ian Healy's video on how to play spin pre-game.
Yep.
Let's keep going. I'm going down here. Asith says Pez confirmed a racist.
Oh yeah. I might have been the coffee thing.
Yeah, it could have been a lot of things.
It's worse when you said you're having black coffee.
KB says Australia could either shit it in or lose 7 for 30. Both seem just as likely.
Yep.
I'll pay that. Whiff says put your bins out for the bin lid.
Yeah, 100%. Bins out.
Brackets, I forgot to put the bins out.
Travis said hits through the offside for a
just
single.
gets one. Tim B says, think of the economy, Travis, Boomer's economy. Now, that's a good point. There will be an economic hit to the globe should Australia go all the way here.
Yep.
Once again, there's a long way to go. Yeah, what else have we got here? How much of your body could you cover in super glue?
Good question.
It depends what's at stake.
I've never thought about this. What do you mean? What do you mean? What's at stake?
As in, like, how much could you just physically do it if you wanted to? Or how?
I feel like like all of it.
Yeah, like if you had tube.
Yeah, like yeah.
You said a tube. You just
Is it a resources issue?
You just like it depends on the method of delivery of the super glue.
But is he
If you have a big clag glue, but it's super glue, and you're just able to go all over your body.
But is he saying like
how much would you be willing?
Yeah, willing. Yeah, willingness.
Well,
yeah.
that's why I said it's stakes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's okay.
You know?
My apologies. Yeah.
Gun to the back of your mum's head.
Gun head stuff.
Your mum's head. Sorry.
Don't bring Mrs. Higgins into this.
I'm sorry. I overstepped.
That was too far.
No, that didn't need to happen.
Yeah.
That didn't happen. It was sort of shock value stuff.
Gun mum head stuff. Yeah.
Travis said.
Indeed. How much? No. Yeah. So what would you be happy to live with? Because like anything on the digits, and then it's like I can't get it off, and then it's just
Super glue on the digits feels great though. Once it starts crusting up, you pull it off. It's like you dipping your finger in wax. Really good. Let it crust over. Pull it off. A little bit of a sort of tactile sort of stuff there.
Yep. Hey, this is the 36th over done. So Siraj has to bowl the next over if he's going to bowl out. Otherwise, they're short on overs, and he has to bowl every over from the same end.
KB wants to know what's TGC's economic hit if Australia win.
People are obsessed with this, and I suppose it's understandable because people like anytime you work in media, people only want to know how much money you make.
Yeah,
like that's a really common thing, and people are fascinated with us as white people who do a lot of stuff into India because that's where all cricket is. They think that like all of your money comes from India.
Yeah.
And so like, why do you keep sucking them off? Is it just because you like lots of money? Where like, first of all, like, I guess I understand that because so much cricket is played in India. So we do a lot of work about India, but that's just where all cricket is. So, I sort of understand that. Siraj is coming on now. But yeah, like just, that if people really want to know that the economics of it.
They brought him on at literally the last possible moment, as in like you now
He has to bowl every
you
over.
now have to bowl.
Yeah.
7 overs.
Yes.
I mean, do you think this is a plan or is it just like, okay, well, your last roll of the dice?
This suggests to me that like they don't think that he can take the wickets required to get them back in the game.
I kind of want him to do well, not too well, but like I feel like that's a massively crushing to his confidence to do that.
I was off speed, and Travis said crunches him to the leg side for I presume 1. Just to finish off that thought, so people presume that like all of our money comes from work into India, and that's not even remotely the case. In fact, less than half, significantly less than half, comes from that. So, and yeah, we earn $7 billion each per year, so that's good.
I think people are naturally curious about podcast money because it's a weird, nebulous job, and you're like,
That's
the
true.
numbers that they get are really big. Does that equate to
Economics?
Does that equate to money that others who have big audiences get? And like the answer is like, not really. But and then others think that the pursuit of like covering cricket that comes out of India is purely commercially motivated. And it's not purely commercially motivated. Of course, there's like a commerce imperative to it, like because that's where money in cricket is made. But it's really more a recognition a few years ago that this is where cricket is going, and you've got to fish where the fish are. Like, and we try and be.
Travis Head fucking
gone.
launches in for 6. Oh, he launches in for 6. The bin lid has absolutely launched him. Zampa and Stoinis next to each other. Giddying him up. Come on, boys. 643 sixes. Fireworks in the air. 203 for 3. Run rate required, Pezza, 2.81. Are you believing now? Because I'm about to fucking suck off this microphone. I'm that close. This is fucking unbelievable. This is legacy stuff for Australia. This is part of an unbelievable year. An unbelievable year for the Australian cricket team, where I think Steve Smith should be captain. Travis said they picked him in the team and he wasn't even fit. He had a fucking broken hand at the start of the tournament.
What about the impending fucking IPL contract for Heady?
Woo! Speaking of Indian money.
Exactly. That's where the fucking bunce is, baby.
Partnership 156. Oh my God. People are going to wake up in the morning.
I'm not lit off yet, but when it's off, it's going to happen quickly.
38
and
to win.
I'm out of control.
38 to win, Pezza. Do Australia lose 7 for 35 to lose the World Cup? Maybe.
It can happen. But yeah, anyway, we've been agnostic about, any kind of like a moral or principled stance on like where the power locus of the game is. It's a very interesting thing to observe, but the fact is that like the cricket is increasingly going in the direction of like Indian commercial imperatives.
Yeah.
And we are people who narrate the game of cricket. We took a gamble in 2021 to see whether like the grade cricket lens or the humour that we have, which is like appreciably fucking niche, would even work in India. We didn't think that it would, because we felt that our humour was too niche and too inaccessible, which is a comment on us. What we failed to appreciate was that like there actually is huge audiences of people in India who do get it, and also how many people in India fucking love cricket. And that's completely separate from the the ongoing conversations about whatever you think around the way they are administering the game. People in India fucking love the game and have got behind us deluxe, and that's always felt amazing. So we've continued to pursue it. We have never ever drawn down on the commentary that we've provided to Australian cricket or UK cricket. All we've ever done is added on. So no one in Australia or the UK has lost anything. We've done more commentary than ever. Part of that is like through covering Indian cricket, but really in terms of like percentage of revenues, it is a lesser percentage than a proportion of Indian cricket that we cover. Mm-hmm. So no, there isn't great Indian bunts, for the amount that we cover.
Yeah.
But we're investing. We're still new in it, and I tell you what, it feels good to actually have a clue about the way cricket is working in India as well. Because before we started covering cricket in India, we didn't have a fucking Scooby-Doo.
Didn't have a fucking Scooby-Doo.
Hadn't even turned on an IPL match ever before. Yeah. Not on at the right time for us. Just like, insular, sheltered Australian cricket fans, which everyone has a right to be as well.
Yeah.
So it's been really good to be in line, been cool to be able to go over to India, to learn about places, make some friends, just as it has in the UK. Of course, there's knobheads everywhere. Every country has them. Every country has brands of dickheads that turn up in the comments.
Yeah.
But yeah, is it a big hit to the economy of TGC? Not at all. Like I would imagine that anyone who wants to like get behind TGC and our coverage of cricket in India is going to do it irrespective of whether India wins or not. If you're talking about a sponsorship or a partnership, or
we're probably going to lose a few deals after this review.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, people might be less interested.
The review incoming could have a bit of heat to it.
Yeah. No, what I'm actually trying to do here is make.
Oh, he's hit him again. Launched him, Travis. Launched him.
Moody Stadium.
29 to win, baby.
Here we go.
The bin lid. He's going to be man of the match in the World
Where
Test
does
Championship
this
final.
rank?
He's going to be man of the match in the fucking ODI World Cup, the last ever 50-over tournament you'll ever see in your entire life. Travis Head is single-handedly destroying one-day cricket. He's destroying the figures. He's fucking destroying my brain. Australia's going to wake up in the morning and absolutely send off the boys into a ticker tape parade.
This is ticker tape parade
Ticker
territory,
tape
ladies and
parade.
gentlemen. You have heard it here first. Finally, we are bringing back a ticker tape parade for Australian cricket. Wonderful delivery from Kuldeep Yadav, well kept out by Head. But the ticker tape parade is back. Travis Head should never buy a drink again in his life. He's elevated to the gods of Australian cricket. This is one of the great, if not the greatest victory against the odds in Australian cricket history. It won't be reported that way. It won't, because we've done it in such a processional, calm, clinical way. It makes you think now that it always looked like it was going to be the case. But from the moment Cummins won the toss and gambled with the biggest fucking golden balls ever,
The lid's off.
with his golden dick on the ground, saying we're going to bowl to these cunts who hit 400 every game. Everyone's averaging over 50, and we're dicking them. We're slapping across the face with a penis.
You prepare these fucking shit tips, play us on a flatty, you would have won.
Seriously.
You would have won on a flatty. You got a better team.
And India, the entire country has led this team's horse to water, but the horse doesn't want to drink. Can he drink? You know, I tell you what, India.
Oh no, hat trick. Oh fuck.
Yeah. India, your time's going to come. Your time is going to come.
I thought this is it.
But the time is not now. Okay,
Another false dawn.
It is time to laud Australia. These blokes, 15 of them, have been in this country copying shit from people for 9 weeks. They're tired as fuck. They have families at home. They've had a huge year. You guys have been sitting on your asses waiting for this World Cup. Everything's been in your favour, which is fine. I don't clip this. Everything's been in your favour, and that's fine. That's your prerogative. We did the same shit when we had the monopoly.
What about
too.
the Ashes?
Play on.
England,
And England, before we get to you, England.
England had the Ashes. England had the Ashes. Did ya? Travis Head had the Ashes. 125 fucking red.
This is where the Aussies get ugly. You know, this is a
This is
real,
nasty.
opportunity
It's an
for
ugly
us.
side of you,
It's
boys.
It's
an ugly side of you.
good opportunity for us to be magnanimous right now.
Yeah.
This is what Cummins would do. Cummins would when Cummins isn't going to be like fuck you all.
Hey, boys, good game.
Yeah, really good game,
of
and we
cricket.
just played a good game of clinical cricket.
Yeah.
Mate, but believe you me, ladies and gentlemen, Cummins will say that when he gets back into the sheds, you're talking about belts, you're talking about masks, you're talking about Y fronts, you're talking about G-strings, you're talking about tangerines.
Yeah.
I don't mean to
Court
lift the
jester
lid on that
hats.
stuff. It's just the hats and G-strings at fucking 10 paces. that is the reality of what life is for the Australian cricket team. But of course, the front face will
10
be...
paces. 10
does that
paces. You say
Look at
9,
back-
10.
This is one of the all-time sporting moments in this country. And there will be people who will try and write this down because the Australian cricket team wins and that's what they always do.
Nah.
Right? But leading into this game, it cannot be forgotten how much India were favourites for this game. And I don't
Australia
mean to
were-
shit on India. This is about Australia.
Australia were nearly out of the World Cup and they're about to win 9 games in a row, including against the host nation, in front of the Prime Minister in his own fucking stadium. This is unbelievable. Travis said, push us down the ground, 25 to win now. Man is not far away from
And
his
I'll tell
50.
you what else this means, and I know we're going to say a lot of these comments in the review, but for the Australian team, their own little narrative within this, which has been forgotten because it's all been about India. Australia's only contribution to the narrative, you know, you've got New Zealand avenging their unfair defeat or whatever, unfortunate defeat last World Cup.
Yeah.
You got South Africa never winning one, India's coronation on the world stage, cricket as the instrument for global supremacy, etc. Australia's only contribution to the narrative for everybody has been like, Australia like to win and they're ugly. You know, someone in Cricket Info said they're through to another final yawn.
Yeah.
You got to understand, for these guys, they've copped shit from the golden generation for ages, waiting, preying on their own failures. Cummins shouldn't be captain. The headline at the Herald Sun the other day was, "We love Cummins ... again." Why did you ever stop loving Cummins?
Bring back the old coach.
The old guys cannot complain about them anymore. Should Australia get over the line with 25 to win?
Yeah. Especially when the power's about to be turned off in the stadium.
Yeah, we're going to have to come back tomorrow.
Lights out.
Spray some gas up into the sky. That's raining. Sorry, guys.
What's Marnus on? He must be close to a 50. That might be 50 that time. We'll have a look here. Is he celebrating just yet? Can I get a scorecard, please, for
Yeah, well, the TV's
in the coverage? What's I can't actually say that. 46. Okay, so he's on 47 now. That'll be his 47th run, right? Okay. Thank you very much, Charlie. I just cannot believe that this partnership is just one of the all-time great things that's happened in white ball cricket for Australia. I mean, keep in mind how shit we are at T20s, despite winning one a couple of years ago.
All cricket. With the stakes at play, this is all cricket. This transcends formats.
I mean, the selection of Marnus Labuschagne over Marcus Stoinis has been completely the right one. It feels like Travis Head backs away and slogs one to the leg side for another single, I suggest, out to Suryakumar Yadav. You know, like individually, just given the players of the Indian team, who I think actually they're all pretty likable. Like I sense like a real sadness for them, and like I don't have any like disgruntlement towards those players. Like I looked at it showed Kohli before on the camera, and he looked really pensive, and I feel sorry for him. There's lots of nice guys in the team, but like I don't know what my point is. Cream rises. I don't know. I think actually India's like fucking try to outthink it with all this pitch shit, and like I think sort of just brings Australians to the game a little bit. You know, won the toss, better conditions. There's obviously due come out. Marnus pushes one deep square leg to make it 48 now for Marnus.
I think it speaks to the gamble that Australia took at the toss. There was 0 people in punditry, like including us,
yeah.
0 from all sides, suggesting that if Australia wins the toss, there was anything other to do than bat.
Runs on the board.
And also deny India the chance to bat first, because that is their template, their MO to win the game.
Yep.
So the first that was strategically outthinking the Indian, preparation for the game, which did take an advantage into it. It'll never be proven, but being able to influence the style of wicket that was there.
And you look at the other nations like Bavuma with South Africa and England a couple of times in the World Cup just have a template. It's like we just do this regardless of conditions. And the Australian backroom staff and the captain or the leadership group, including Cummins at the helm, there have just like, no, we'll just go on conditions and we'll have a look at the pitch and we'll actually like play a game which suits us and how to win the game, rather than just like, no, we just bat first all the time, you know?
Hey, shout out to the Pakistanis who are enjoying this game as well. We see you.
It could go very big on Facebook.
Shout out to the pavilion as
the
well.
boys.
I'm sure it'll be a great analysis from you guys at the end of the game.
Yeah. It's going to get big on Facebook for us tomorrow morning, Piss. Big on Facebook for us.
Yeah, it's big day on Facebook.
For some reason, we've got a really big Pakistani audience on Facebook.
Yeah.
But not really any other platform.
Hey, shout out to the England white ball revolution from 2015 through to 2022. They took home an ODI World Cup.
They won a World
T20
Cup.
World Cup. Australia's taken home in 2015 two World Cups now. T20 World Cup.
Yeah, and an ODI World Cup and a World Test Championship. So I mean, England sort of had that dynasty.
And it was a really good
for 7 years. Yeah, that's right.
It was good.
Yeah, it was really good stuff. Travis said goes to leg side again.
Bumrah.
All right.
Yeah, that's one we'll take.
221 for 3, 21 required off the last 10.4 overs.
I mean, people in the comments, can you suggest adjectives? Heroism, heroic, brave, courageous, the fucking balls to do this.
Hey, I cannot.
We couldn't imagine them. We thought 240 was plenty.
Yeah. Oh,
it's a good
I was
ball.
at Yorker again. You think just like these little things, like Bumrah had the LBW, it was given not out by Kettleborough. Had it been out, it would have stayed out on the field at the time. I think it was just clipping. Jadeja had that run out chance with head on 99. Just these little things, like it seems like India ended up having to be perfect in the field. They missed that catch first ball off Warner. Didn't cost them too much in the end, but just these things, like they ended up having to be perfect. India.
Well, how does Australia circuit after this? Like dry state. Surely something can be arranged.
Something in the hotel.
Yeah, that's right. Something in the bathroom for you there, Don.
Are we going to be dialed in? No, we shouldn't talk about that. Yeah. It's going to be ski masks, ski goggles. Who's brought them over?
I mean, this is like 10 times bigger than the T20 World Cup.
I mean, here's how they're going. Zampa's got his kit on because before he had his training kit, so he's about to celebrate and he wants his fucking jersey on.
Yeah,
he wants to be sprayed.
He might still have to bat
mineral water. Yeah, he's actually the night watchman.
It could still be the greatest victory of all time.
Zampa's in next.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the clip up of Australia don't win this game from someone on the internet?
Mate.
I'll
do it.
Yeah,
I'll do the clip
a few moments later.
Yeah.
SpongeBob thing. Yeah.
SpongeBob thing.
Yeah.
Any super chats coming through, Charlie? I can see a few.
Yeah, there's one there.
There is one there. It says Atlantic carrying the World Cup on his back.
Atlantic
Salmon.
But that,
Salmon butt. That's a reference to salmon butt.
There's 50 for Marnus. He pushes left side.
And is that going into the fence?
Oh, it's pouring into the sky.
Sensational.
4 from 4. There's 50.
That's Binley
There's 50
clapping
for
too.
Marnus. There's 50 for Marnus. This is unbelievable. 53 off 99. Take your time, son. Take your time.
Mate,
we'll take all night.
Just a word for Marnus Labuschagne once again, being out of the 18 before the World Cup, sneaking his way in due to some concussion shit or some other shit, managing to score some...
Batting at 8 against South Africa, scoring 80.
Scoring 80. Every single... He was the first player out of the side anytime they were going to be fit, and he managed to perform all the way through, make a contribution every time, and he's stuck here like in the middle overs grind against Kuldeep and Jadeja. Just being the foil to Travis Head as well. One of the great middle overs displays, which is what I live for.
Middle over displays,
middle over displays and ODIs on shit tips.
India's made it to the final power play, so, small victories.
So that's good.
You keep me one of the 3 wickets. Steve Smith was actually outside the line. And the other 2 were half trackers.
That's right. They should have done it none down.
Yeah, it's actually quite
celebrations here a bit. This will be like sprinting onto the field stuff, and they'll all like spread out as well.
Who's your player of the tournament, Pezza?
That's a great question.
Got to be Coley, doesn't it? Coley's the player of the tournament.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah,
I mean, from an Australian perspective, it's probably Zampa.
I want to shout out selectors who kept Marnus in the side for this. Also persisted with Travis Head, who was injured for half the tournament. You can barely remember Head being injured for half the tournament now.
Mate, Australia couldn't select Ashton Agar as well.
That's right.
I mean, other teams have had injuries as well on their side, but yeah.
I mean, this is honestly, I'm going big, but like, this is the biggest against the odds victory I've seen for Australia.
Mate, 100% agree. 100% agree.
And I like that. That's an unnatural thing for an Aussie to say, because our style of winning is normally from the front and wanting to be chest and wanting to be the expected victor. But it makes it sweeter that this team, which does it in their own style, like when you think about the dominant Australian teams of the mid-90s through to the mid-2000s, their nature of victory was to get their foot on the throat of the opposition and squeeze the life out of them before it ever got close.
Reveal the jugular, Pez.
Exactly. As one of them said on the commentary today. But one...
There's 4 more for Marnus. There's 4 more. Inching closer. 11 to win. Maxi's not even going to hit. Oh, the big bison's on the screen.
Now we're talking
Look at that head. Look at that head. These boys are about to fucking pop a hamstring sprinting onto the ground.
This is who's hitting the winning run stuff now.
Oh, my God.
I remember Watto talking about his regret that he missed out on a shot to hit the winning runs in 2015 and Steve Smith got the chance. He really wished that he got it.
Yeah.
So I wonder if there's going to be any hijinks around that. But
Warner sitting on Saba's lap.
Warner reverse cowgirling Saba.
Has Saba got
Saba's enjoying it too.
Yeah.
If you have a look at the he's squinting there. But
squinting to cock.
The thing you could say about that dominant side is they actually didn't tend to win very close games. I know you had the semi-final against South Africa, to be fair.
That was close.
But generally speaking, if teams stood up to them, they wilted
Yep.
because they weren't used to it. Whereas this team have come from behind in half the games this tournament. I put this victory so high, I would say that them winning today, to me, was like more unlikely than Maxwell scoring his runs against Afghanistan to win. Like that's where it was in my head.
Yep.
Like I thought this was just coronation stuff tonight.
100%. Mate, even when Coley was going with KL Rahul and like Coley just looked imperious. Cummins comes on, Bosman, really big spell, gets that wicket, fielding outstanding. Well, Travis Head's catch as well. Travis Head's catch to get Rohit out in that moment of the game. Fucking huge. Mate, what about this year for the Australian team? They've taken a test off India. I know they lost that series, but even to win a test match in India is a significant achievement given how strong they've been at home. They have retained the Ashes. They've won the World Test Championship final, and they're about to win the World Cup away from home to be the first team to win a ODI World Cup away from home since Australia did in 2007. But to win it in these circumstances against this Indian team who have been fucking perfect this World Cup, 10 games in a row, they're going to fall short of being perfect like the Australian teams were in 03 and 07. Unnecessary dig, but you see what I'm playing at. This is absolutely incredible. Incredible. And it's going to be really
the stadium
painful.
doesn't seem packed tonight as far as I can see.
Well, they found it hard to sell tickets, so the celebrations have begun.
Celebrations have begun. Oh, wow! I can't believe this is happening. Genuinely,
Mate, me too. Me too. I shouldn't have put 10 grand on. That was a mistake.
What'd you have for your multi?
Yeah. What have we got there, Charlie? Super chat.
It says congrats to someone like a grade cricketer. Here is a money.
Yeah,
Here is the money.
that's from Nick 314.
Yeah. Nick, appreciate you, brother.
Thanks, brother.
Nick's in the States, isn't he?
I don't know.
I think Nick's in the States. Yeah.
Good Patreon contributor.
Yeah.
There's a lot of comparisons to Brazil-Germany 2014 World Cup.
Oh, it's not fucking 8-2.
Yeah. 7-1.
7-1. Yeah.
I mean, this actually has been.
That was United Arsenal 8-2.
They're gonna win this 3 down with 10 overs left. I mean, this is fucking.
Oh, the wags are up and about too now.
There's Jess.
Now we talking.
There's Trav's partner. Jess.
Is it going to fuck the production if we get a little bit of sounds? Can we just get a little audio so we can just grab a vibe?
Something. We need to feel something, Charlie.
Yeah.
I'll tell you in just.
I'll turn it down a little bit.
This is probably needs to be down a bit. Yeah. Ian Smith's voice does not sound excited because he's probably commentated too many Australian wins before. That's fine. Fair play to him.
We're just trying to get some ambience.
Yeah, for ourselves, so we can just pick up what's going on here.
How's that, Charlie? Can people hear that? No, I think it's okay. So Boomer now to Travis Head. Down the ground.
Down the ground. Are they looking for 2? Marnus is set off well, and I don't think he needs to come back, so he won't.
So. All right, we're down to 10 to win. 10 to win.
How many people we got here? How many people watching?
Yeah, who's on?
5,000 now. We're up to 5.
All right. Oh, I think people have probably switched off the main feed and they're tuning in to see.
Yeah, that's right.
A couple of fucking dickheads crowing. Absolutely crowing.
Someone asked earlier via WhatsApp, why haven't we got the booze out, or anything like that?
Well, we're anticipating a really long night and early morning with general more work and possibly television in like 4 hours time.
Yeah,
so
that's why.
You
want to get Schindler's.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't. How have Australia done this? How have they done this against this like unrivaled, unparalleled, imperious Indian side that people were comparing and have been comparing to the greatest ODI sides ever, including us.
Yep.
By the way.
Yep.
Like, how have they done it in this fashion with this level? This is a comprehensive shellacking of the home side who are in front of 130,000 people.
They've been pantsed.
The dent on Indian confidence.
Pantsed.
Yeah, they've been pantsed. Hats off, pants off, glass of milk, clink.
Stuart Sink.
The nature of this victory too. I mean, we thought Australia might run them close if they play their perfect game at best.
At best,
like the best chance to win would be to panic them into a loss, a close loss. This is this is twos.
Yeah,
this is training run.
The guy's having a centre wicket at the moment.
Yeah.
In preparation for the 5 T20s coming up.
That's right.
This will be important.
The big one.
Yeah. So in every game leading up, Australia the 7 games that they won
7 days
leading up to the semi-final was basically down to like one or two players doing something amazing. But in the semi-final and the final, Australia played like perfect team performances to win these games. They lost the games they need to early. They saved their run and they've actually executed the perfect game for them, including a stunning fucking Travis Head 100, an outstanding performance with the ball with all 3 bowlers, all 3 quicks. And that's what you need to do. The tournament goes for too long. You can't play your best game in the first couple. What's the point? Look at South Africa. See you later. Never made a final. Out of here. Perfect run, Pezza. They've timed the run perfectly.
Do you think that in the wash-up in India that there's going to be credit for this unexpected Australian performance, or do you think there's going to be some heavy criticism?
Heads must roll?
Oh, like heavy criticism for Rahul Dravid and Rohit Sharma. I mean, it's a natural reaction to an unexpected loss. I do think Sharma's captaincy should be isn't above criticism in this game. In particular, the usage of Mohammad Siraj. I just think that they have taken the gas on their bowling decisions up top. That was a huge gamble to go with Shami, thinking they get it done. Is it a panic or was that some hubris? It was like Shami's just going to go through them. But it left the question of what are you going to do with Mo Siraj, whose confidence has just been completely dented. He'd been good up top for India. They had a plan. They had a template for how to play. and they completely went away from it, thinking that, like, I don't know, was it too much respect for Australia's top three that they felt like they couldn't risk Mohamed Siraj going for a lot of runs in this situation?
Do they? Yeah, they think that Australia's going to target him at the top, or
what was the thinking behind the preparation of this wicket? Was it to double bluff Australia into batting first, knowing that they were going to get the due second innings? India, like, who knows? I mean, I just think it's credit to Australia stuff, really. India got off to a good start. What do you say? Travis Head took a good catch.
Oh, Head goes whack.
Is that through?
He's got it for a couple, I'd imagine. So it's 8
close
to win now. Charlie, can I get a scorecard, please? The batting scorecard. I'd like to know what everyone's in full kit now. No, so Head's on 132, Marnus is on 57. Okay, thanks, mate. 132 off 117, Pezza, for Travis Head.
I mean, this is one of the greatest innings in Australian cricket history.
Yeah,
really.
No, this role was ponting 140 in 2003.
Oh, totally. I'd say it
trumps it. Oh, is that gone for 6? Oh, it's 4.
Great shot.
Oh, it's 4 to win. It's 4 to win.
4 to get for
One
Australia. They're off their feet now. They're on their feet.
God,
Sorry,
it's happened.
We'll all be off our feet.
It's happened. It's happened. Australia's about to win the World Cup in Modi
Can you
Stadium.
believe it? In Modi Stadium. Is Modi still there? That's a question.
Oh, and it's about to be the empty had. They're about to win it in the empty had.
Mate, the foot speed of the players as they run onto the field is going to be something to behold.
See you later. Travis Head deserves to hit this for a fucking 120-metre 6.
We are talking about one of, if not the greatest victory in the history of Australian cricket against the odds. I don't think that is an exaggeration to say.
Mate,
and if you think it's an exaggeration, let me say this to you. It's in the conversation, and yes, I may be subject to AFP investigations, but it's a conversation I'm willing to have right now.
We are 3 runs away, Pezza. Marnus on strike. Mohamed Siraj has got 3 balls left in the over. I mean, it feels like Travis Head deserves... It'd actually be fitting somewhat for Marnus to do it. Marnus, who wasn't in the team, wasn't in the fucking 18
I'm happy
extended
with
man
either of
squad.
them doing it. It's just like, do you want a boy or a girl? I just want it to come out healthy.
Give us 5 wides. Give us 5
Give
wides.
us something. Can you believe it? I am in disbelief.
Disbelief,
Australia's about to win this. Ooh,
Another single. Travis Head. There's 2 balls left.
2 balls to go.
2 to win. 45 balls remaining, Pez. 7 wickets in the hutch. This is a fucking pumping. Australia...
Bring the field up.
Australia have pumped India.
Yeah, hey,
it's been a pumping.
Nobody thought this would happen.
They said it would never happen, including us.
Australia would pump India in the final.
Pump.
Oh, my. That's right. Trevor the Goldfish turns up again.
If you're on the ground,
here we go.
The Aussie boys.
One of the great away victories for these boys here. Port Adelaide represent, of course. Yeah, they are pumped up.
1 ball.
The lid. Don't pull your helmet
1 ball. Does he get 140 red here, Pezza? Much like Ponting did.
He's got to go down the ground. He's going to go over the top, isn't he?
Mid off up. I think they are.
Mid off up. Let's go over the top here, Hetty.
He hits it clean.
And bad luck. God damn it.
But he gets a standing ovation.
Yeah,
he gets a standing ovation by himself. He'll get handshakes all round. Was it a no ball? Is Travis Head hanging around?
No, I think he's taking congratulations from people.
No, he's taking congratulations.
That's nice from KL Rahul.
That's a nice touch.
Blokes should be going over to him, to be fair.
He gets a standing.
I know they're gutted.
You know, that's the right play by Travis Head. Getting out there. He's being subbed off with 5 minutes to go. You know?
And in fact, it's so selfless from Hetty that he is giving Maxi the opportunity, or is it going to be Josh Inglis, to hit the winning runs?
I think they should bring out Jimmy Anderson, who's never hit the winning runs in a game.
That's a good shout.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Oh, look at this. This is something special. Maxi coming out.
Go on, Maxi.
Reverse sweep him. Reverse sweep the World Cup away. 137 to 120. One of the greatest things you'll ever see in your life, ladies and gentlemen.
World cricket history, they're doing the wave. That's the lid.
10 minutes to 3.
Look at this.
Oh, yes. Oh, that is going to be the coldest
Look at him,
of
he's
cold
sheepish.
beers.
He can't believe he's done it. He's gutted as well.
Yeah. Throw away red. Yeah.
Didn't get it.
Fuck.
Yeah, I'm unders today.
Yeah. Siraj does the damage again.
Yeah. Now, Hetty's got to sprint out onto the field with his kid on, I'd say.
Now, Maxwell's going to be on strike here for 1 ball.
He's got to take it. That's Maxwell all over. Maxwell will be going for it to hit the winning runs.
It would be nice if Maxwell get a first baller.
Yeah. That'll
Can Australia get the wobbles?
Can
The boys are about to unleash here. Inglis is in next. He's being hugged by Zampa. Here it is.
He's going to hit this for 6. He's going to try and hit this for 6.
To the leg side.
Does he get through?
There's the gap. Do they come back for 2?
They will come back. And Australia have won the World Cup. Unbelievable! runs.
Oh, and the boys stream onto the field. Unbelievable victory.
The global cricket economy can wait for 4 more years, 8 more years. Australia's won their 6th World Cup.
Number 6,
Nobody
Bezza.
thought they would do
Number
it.
6.
Captain Golden Balls from the start with the toss. Pitch preparation, get fucked. Everybody else get fucked. The boys, Chella Luna, walking in with the bowler, Dua Lipa, everything.
Where's Beckham? Get
Where's
Beckham back over.
The
Bring
biggest
Beckham
circuit of
back
all
over.
time in a dry state. Something in the bathroom for you boys. Enjoy.
Don't worry about Beckham. We've got our own golden balls. And our golden balls said,
What
you know
about-
what? We'll have a fucking bowl. We'll have a bowl and we'll do you with fucking 10 overs in the bank with 6 wickets in the hutch because we've got the bin lid. We've got the golden balls. We've got the elite Bushaws. We've got Starkey. We've got Kratz. We've got Zorba. It's all too good. Number 6, Pezza. Number 6.
Oh, it feels good. It feels good.
I've woken up the neighbours.
Yeah, apologies, neighbours.
The TV
show, that is.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
course,
yeah.
apologies.
And also home and away.
Spare a thought to the Indians, with respect, who have been
We must spare
superlative
thoughts.
throughout the tournament. This will be one of the toughest losses to take in sporting history as well, with everything that had happened. I have to say,
Oh my
if
God.
the roles were reversed, you'd feel the same way. It is funny. It is
I'm
funny,
sorry.
and it will take
Sorry.
time. Now is not the time. Comedy is tragedy plus time. So
Yeah.
let's get through the tragedy. That'll last maybe 5 minutes, but ultimately.
Yeah.
You will understand that it's very, very funny that you lost. Things can be skewed a certain way
Yep.
as much as you like, but at the end of the day, humans play humans in cricket,
Yeah.
and Australia plays with a chest, they play with some ticker, and they win. And that's just how it is at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't know how to be anything other than ugly right now.
Yeah, you got to be
about that,
ugly.
but that's
Get it
just-
out.
Yeah, well,
yeah, I'm sorry.
I've
I've got a Southern Cross tattoo on me back.
Yep.
You know, I've got a Eureka Stockade flag on the back of my ute.
And I've always said the ODI format is the greatest format
It's here
of
to
the
stay.
game, and
It's
I
here
do
to stay.
believe it's here to stay. And I think
It's here to
Australia's shown that.
Yeah.
The best thing Australia has done for this format is to kill it.
That's right.
To be honest,
And that's enough. That's full time.
And to kill it correctly
full time.
by confirming their status as the greatest
Yeah.
exponents of it. Obviously, England had their little period for a couple of years where they got
Yeah.
one, and they'll tell us about that.
Yeah, yeah.
Australia finished with 6.
Yeah, that's right.
From the format. Now we focus on T20 cricket, test in the bank, so that's all good.
Yeah. So can Australia win the T20 World Cup in the US in 6 months' time? You know, can they win the T20 series starting in 20 minutes' time?
That actually starts after this game.
It's actually in Delhi though, so
Yeah.
some of the boys are going to get on a flight pretty soon.
That's right.
That's
Some
going to be
already
tough.
over there. But yeah, India. Look, it is fun. It's funny.
You know, and weren't they good, India? Weren't
they good this tournament?
They were good. They were great.
Yeah.
And
wasn't Kohli good?
They were one of the best teams that I've seen in the tournament. You know, they didn't win the tournament because Australia won it. So
No. In time, we'll be like
Yeah.
Australia won that World Cup in
Yeah.
India. I think India played well for a
they
bit.
played well for a bit, yeah. For actually quite a bit of the tournament. But Australia just ended up playing just the better cricket. And that's just how it goes sometimes, you know.
and you know what? That's just tournament play.
It was actually lucky though because England were like second favourites coming into the tournament, but they had the Ashes that year, so they were probably unders in the end. But Australia, you know,
They did have that. I mean, it's very difficult to get up from an Ashes, a home Ashes in particular, and then
Ashes.
go to a World Cup.
yeah, that's
So,
right. Well, they also had their Ireland Test match before the
Yeah,
Ashes.
that's a really good point. So
Yeah.
it was a weaker World Cup for that reason.
That's right.
That because England had a reason not to be good
That's
for
right.
or something.
Yeah, that's
So with half the team that weren't Test players, but it's all good.
Mate, I cannot fucking
this is-
fucking believe what we've just watched.
I can't believe this. I honestly think we're in a dream.
We're in a fever
I
dream.
honestly feel like I'm in a fever dream.
Well, COVID's going around again.
Someone's going to wake me up, and India's going to be none for 397. Seriously. How's this? Like, how is it that in this stadium at this moment with this context,
yeah.
Travis Head's made, what has he made? 150?
137.
He's made 137 and taken one of the all-time great catches. He's been the decisive player. You know, standing
Smith should be captain.
as predicted on TGC,
Yeah.
standing between the supremacy of India across the globe, and I mean geopolitically.
Yeah.
It's a problem for a lot of other nations that this has happened.
Yep.
India's World Cup victory, Kohli, Rohit, the whole thing. Jadeja was Modi, the float. Dua Lipa, Beckham was heady.
Yeah.
Just heady.
Yeah.
Just a man with his moustache
Yep.
and his family, and he's flaying nature. He's
Yep.
flaying flamboyant strokes, having a bit of fun.
Just waving when he scores tons.
Waving when he scores tons.
Waving when he gets guys out.
Yep.
Yeah. He took 2-2 in the semi-final, turned the game for Australia, took a great catch. He's just a guy that we call the bin lid.
Yeah, he's just
a bloke from Adelaide.
He's a guy you talk to. He'll talk to you. He's fine.
just a guy you talk to.
Marnus is congratulating India. Marnus, by playing middle overs cricket, has done himself out of an IPL deal, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But he's got a World Cup. He goes, look, I am going to devour every piece of media available.
I'm listening to every podcast. I'm watching every show. We're going to be on some of them, so that's why I'm mostly watching them. But
just see how the clothes look on your side.
Now, unfortunately, this means that we have to appear naked on today's show. You do realise that's what this means
because he said that.
Because Carl Sabanavy said that we have, and that's sort of contractually.
That's what you got to
do that now. So there's that. But yeah, it's our right as Australian fans to wake up in the morning and just consume it all. Every podcast, watch every highlights, look at every take, observe the Indian meltdown, probably listen to some UK commentary as well. Just like, oh fuck, I can't believe they've done it again, you know?
Yep.
And just breathe all that in.
What's your guess of like what who's going to be the scapegoat and like what's going to be the big take on the game? Because for me, watching this without having consumed any other media around it, other than people who want more homosexual stories writing to us, I think like it should be the against the odds win and tactical supremacy of the Australian team, who basically maxed out in every discipline across the game. They were just at you and at you and at you the whole way. You being India, that's the role you're playing at the moment. Mm-hmm. Though I don't think that's going to be a good enough story for a lot of people. It's going to be there's going to be some macro stories about
what you're asking me is like
lead the horse to water stuff.
You're asking me like, did India choke? And I don't really think they choked. I think Australia's played really well in that game. I think Australia's full value for the win. I don't think they didn't really give India a sniff, which is something I wouldn't mind right now at 3 a.m, if I'm honest. See my friend Carl Rackerman. How many of the guys have won 2 World Cups now? Hazelwood,
7.
Cummins, 7 of them. 7 won 2 ODI World Cups. So then there's a whole bunch of guys, when they won the World Test Championship, they'd won every single thing there was to win. Ashes, except for some of them would have won a Border Gavaskar trophy, I suppose, if that's a thing.
And he goes, guess what else has happened here?
What's that?
Sorry, do you want to finish the who's?
No, I'm just wondering, like, there's a whole heap of this team now that have won 2 ODI World Cups, a T20 World Cup, the World Test Championship, and Ashes not away, but home. And they've retained the Ashes. They've held the Ashes for 10 years. That's fucking amazing.
I'm so happy for this team. This team has been since a lot of people around the world who don't pay as much attention to the Australian team as we do, just as we don't pay attention to them, it's just a natural thing in life, regard the Australian team as this kind of continuum of excellence all the way through from when we were kids. And it's just simply not true. Like the team from even when the greats retired have been searching to be good and never really quite attained it. You aptly describe them as the nearly team. With this World Cup win, they can comfortably ascend themselves to among the greatest Australian teams after the war Ponting, like basically the war. I'd call that the Warren McGrath era, really. So they can sit underneath that as among the greatest Australian teams ever, and I'm so happy for them because they have. It's not a great story. It doesn't sell, but they have reformed themselves post sandpaper. They play the game in a spirit that should make a lot of Australians proud, and they do it by playing hard cricket and resilient cricket where they come back. They've got great belief in themselves. They do it against the odds.
Showing humility.
They've got humility. That won't be seen that way across the world. That's fine because that doesn't help. It doesn't help narratives. But the amount of ticker they show is just more than I can remember, in my lifetime, from an Australian team. Yeah,
and this team is going to start to be dissembled over the next little while. This will be Warner's last. I know he might play the T20 World Cup, but obviously he's about to retire from Test cricket in a couple of months' time. Who knows how long Steve Smith's going to go around for? You look at the bowlers of Stark, Cummins, Hazelwood. Cummins got a bit more time than the rest, but there's. It's going to be changing of the guard next little while, and this is the completion of fucking
it's completion.
But
it's a great word for all of us. Completion for them, completion for fans.
They didn't need to win this World Cup, but the fact they have is winning an away World Cup in India against this team is fucking one of the best things I've ever seen in my cricketing life. There you go, I said it.
Yep, no, I completely agree. Something here from AP, who's given us 1,799 rupee.
Okay.
India was the better team, The toss was the only reason a nation disappointed, but Australia were not the better team in this World Cup.
Okay, AP, here you go. Stop preparing fucking shit tips and the toss does not decide the game. Stop preparing fucking shit tips and just make it a good, clean batting wicket. And yeah, you probably would have won. So the fact that the host nation has decided to prepare these shit tips has actually ended up costing them. So fucking suck my dick. Number
Charlie.
6.
Hey, AP. The best team won the World Cup because they found a way to win. Suck a fucker ding dong. And I say that to you specifically, AP. I say it to you specifically because I can see in the tenor of your comment when you say the toss was the only reason this happened that you are dumb, you're a dickhead, and I...
Fucking hell.
And
Down the barrel.
I give this only to you and nobody else, okay? Fuck a sucker ding dong, boy. Mitch Evans actually.
It's good to be ugly. It feels good to be ugly.
It feels good to be ugly.
Ugly in Australia.
I'm only preparing for YouTube comments there. There's going to be some YouTube comments that are going to be ghastly. Yeah. So that's just the response to that. Most people have been good. I'm making a separation. That's just a dumb comment.
Offspring, keep them separated.
Like the gall to write something like that on the bell as the opposition have won the World Cup. Toss only reason you are not the best team this World Cup. Fuck out of here.
Suck my dick.
Suck my dick.
Fuck off.
Suck my dick.
Pack 'em.
Packham Stan. Now, Mitch Evans. Beautiful contribution from Mitch Evans, by the way.
Yeah. Beach
financially
houses?
Speaking. Well, if everyone did what Mitch did, we'd be at beach houses. But I said I'd said 100 if we won, but I'm poor and my top score is 58 not out. But fuck yeah, 350 more coming out of the account now too.
Happy Monday, Mitch. Oh, that's fucking good.
Some context to that. He said before if they won, he'd send $100 in a super chat and get a bag. And he also said come to Clayton. So there was a personal invite.
I drove through Clayton today.
Well, that's fucking great commitment. 3 a.m. for Mitch. He might be just on a tear anyway, just a Sunday session into a World Cup, into number 6, Bezza. A Sunday session into number 6.
I'll tell you what, 6 feel like it's greedy, but 6 feels so good.
It's now a distance from the rest, you know?
The thing is, like, I credit India for this. Like, there have been other World Cups that I haven't got out of bed for. Yeah. And that's greed and that's entitlement.
Yeah.
But I'm out of bed for this World Cup because of how good India were and because of the circumstances around it, the macro circumstances of India's rising supremacy and the exercise of that power. All of those things, and I'm not saying it's a nefarious thing, it's a fact that the power is being exercised, the monopoly is growing, and there's a bin lid, sorry, I'm distracted. The monopoly is growing, and for Australia to win in those circumstances against those forces makes it a game that I'm just getting out of bed for and having a coffee.
I'm getting out of bed for this World Cup because Australia's won it. I didn't really catch much of the earlier stuff, but I learnt today that there's the finals on tonight. So I was watching the F1 before in Vegas.
Is it Australia's greatest World Cup win?
Yep. It's better than 99, better than 03, 07. What was the other one? 85?
87 in India.
87 in India.
Comparison thief of joy stuff.
I was one during that. I mean,
yeah, I have no idea what happened in that World Cup, but it's comfortably better than that.
And they played in white clothing.
AB being chaired though, there's some good pics of it.
It looks good.
Yeah, it's a good optic.
But wasn't this India team better than that Indian team? Who did they play in the final? West Indies?
I think Windies. Fuck, that's a good question. Yeah. That's a good question.
I don't think it was India. Maybe it was.
I don't know.
I'm sure no one will let us know.
I was 2.
Yeah.
No, it's up there. It's significant. Words will be said. You'll struggle to be too grandiose about the win. There will be efforts to minimise this win from certain quarters. There will be efforts
in Australia.
Yeah, from all quarters, people with agendas and you have to declare your own. Yeah, you have to declare your own. The lead story tomorrow will be the opening round fixture.
Yeah. In
AFL, but
you mean round 1?
I think that I was preparing this evening for India to win the game and to be to credit them, for doing so. I don't think it's going too far to say that this is one of the biggest upsets in the history of Australian sport.
100%. I tweeted before that I thought if Australia won this, given the circumstances, this would be a top 10 Australian sporting moment in the history of sport for Australia. and I stand by that. I mean, it's just fucking a massive, enormous achievement. Who's won the? If India won this one, they would have been their third World Cup. They didn't. They lost it. Australia's won their sixth.
Yeah.
Who's got the next most? Is it India again with two? Yeah, India's two. So India two.
Windies have won two
Windies,
as well.
Windies two,
early
India
doors.
two, Australia six.
Yeah.
England one, Pakistan one.
Yep.
New Zealand nil, Sri Lanka one.
Yep.
That's it. Fucking hell. So Australia's won 3 times more than anyone else. Got to tell you, that feels pretty good. That feels good. 6 feels
Just
good.
about right as well.
Yeah,
about right.
I think that's about right. Full value.
Yeah. I can't believe this has happened, to be honest. How are we going to do a review? What a catch. That's a great catch. When Head took that catch, all I can say is there's only one expression for it. You knew the boys were on.
Yeah.
It's just that catch was boys were on stuff.
Boys were on stuff.
Boys are on here.
Yeah. Huge moment of the game.
You don't, okay, put it this way. You don't take that catch if the boys aren't on. I mean all boys. You can't take that catch in cricket unless the boys are on.
That's a very good point.
Yes.
They've won by 6 wickets with 7 overs to go. They've fucking smashed them.
4 down.
They fucking smashed India. Smashed them.
It's
what the fuck?
It's colossal.
What the fuck?
It's a colossal shellacking.
Who bowled well for them?
Man, I feel like a woman.
Oh, fucking kick the doors down for that. Fucking kick the doors down. Fucking hell,
Fucking hell.
I mean, we've actually finished early.
Yeah, early finish.
They didn't give us a game. At least we give them a game.
Yeah.
That's going to hurt India hard. I think that's the end of Dravid as coach. I reckon they're absolutely punked by 10 wickets in the T20 final against England.
A lot of people are writing unsubscribe.
Yeah, good. Pack them. Yeah, lost by 10 wickets in the World Cup semi-final against England at Adelaide last year, losing this World Cup final at home.
Cummins has won the Australian Open, apparently.
He's about to be interviewed by
Jim Courier.
Jim Courier, yeah. What were you feeling tonight? Yeah, so I think that's the end of the Rohit Dravid era. I think this might mean that it's going to be a very young team for next year's T20 World Cup for India. Like, what's his name? The fucking young kid.
Jaiswal, Gaikwad.
Jaiswal, Gaikwad.
Sanju Samson. Oh, wait.
No. I don't think let's not go too far. But, you know, like, the difference between, like, this Indian side and the others, because they've always had good batters, but this bowling attack is just so good. But tonight, like, I guess the dew came in, but they couldn't do the damage early. They must have known the dew was coming in, and they've said, Shami's got to take the new ball, got to do the damage early.
Cummins' call at the toss is the greatest call at the toss I can remember in my life.
Yep.
All circumstances considered.
I won $20 2 up once.
I think it's nice that Maxi got to hit the winning runs.
Fitting, wasn't it? You could say about anyone.
Say about anyone except Josh Inglis.
Yeah. They brought out Alex Carey to hit the winning runs. Oh, the Bison.
The boys are on.
Oh, Tanvir Sanga's in there early.
Okay.
Good on him.
You want to be in those pictures because
yeah, 100%. There's a big Stoin. I feel sorry for Stoin. He didn't get to play, but
yeah, me too.
But he also played a good role in the other 9 games.
He would like to have played.
Yeah, he would like to have played.
Yeah, I wonder if his injury counted against him a little bit.
Yeah, I guess we'll never know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a, you know, if you just think about like the identity that this team has forged in the context of what people understand Australian cricket to be, in a scenario where they have ex-greats of the game literally over there right now. Some of them are in the commentary team only days ago criticising the group for not containing any greats within the administration or at the coaching level or at the selector level. These guys have I've got just endless admiration for Pat Cummins, for the team that he has actually shaped against those forces. You can't appreciate those forces unless you grow up playing Australian cricket and understand how many people, how much the culture gravitates towards being hard and nasty and ugly as a way of asserting your own dominance and your own superiority.
Look at us during the live stream.
Exactly. Against the backdrop of sandpaper, against the backdrop of expectations that bowlers should never captain,
Yep.
to take on the team, to take it away from a grade of the game and say, this is going to be my team and we're going to do it in a cool, calm, collected way. We're going to be fair. We're not going to sledge anybody. We're going to be a team that you can be proud of, and we're going to play excellent, resilient cricket. Is like, it's a leadership package that I've never seen before. He doesn't get anywhere near the credit that he deserves. And now, to have actually done something tactically, strategically genius by bowling first, a call that nobody expected, to turn the tables on Indian pitch preparation is a feather in the cap for him now. You can't say that he ain't a smart guy on the cricket field. So he's done everything. On top of that, what were his bowling figures tonight?
2 for 31.
2 for 30 off fucking 10, was that
10,
it?
yeah.
So he's bowled the house down as well.
He got Kohli.
He gets Kohli. They all love him. It's golden balls deluxe for me. And he's not going to take a curtain call. You watch. You know, when we talk about this World Cup, it's going to be Head, Warner, Zampa, Maxwell, leading lights should all get this credit. And people won't be talking about Cummins that much. But his leadership throughout it all, with guys who are fucking busted, tired, fatigued, different words that mean tired to actually embellish my point, again, just speaks volumes to how great a leader he is.
And it's time to give it back to Steve Smith.
I think Smith is probably the better captain just from a tactical perspective.
I just sort of I can see him on the field and you can watch him and you understand. Once you understand that, like, you can see him sort of moving around.
And batting as well.
He sort of gesticulates and then you realise, he sort of like pulls the levers and Cummins is just a nice face, you know. And I don't like what he did to that energy company. And I've changed I've pivoted my sort of morality around like what energy companies want and that's just how I enjoy my sport generally, you know.
Yes.
Like what do the sponsors want, you know, and I think you should.
And robbing Cricket Australia of valuable sponsorship money, like as a person who has a job and a mortgage and a family.
I worry about that sort of thing as well.
I care about Cricket Australia's coffers.
Yeah.
I'm a coffers guy. When the captain's robbing the administration of coffers, I'm a little fucking boot-licking dick flop.
Yeah, and also keep politics and sport just separate
away.
I don't want them to. I don't want them.
Except in the case of flying jumbo jets and being pro climate.
It is interesting that he flew. I saw him. They flew to India. They flew there.
Did
they? Yeah, in a jumbo jet.
Okay, well, I have to revise my thoughts.
Yeah, that's right.
I have to revise my thoughts.
Do you know what? I'll tell you what I like more than anything. The national anthem.
Yes,
I love the national anthem,
and it was heartening to see Adam Zampa listen to the criticism, and sing the anthem tonight off the back of Australian good, hard-working Australians, who advised that he sing that anthem.
Just kind of guys that go to work and put food on the table.
Yep.
That's that's actually true, to be fair, but also he's a flog, you know. And
he lives in Byron Bay.
Yeah, and I don't cop flogs.
That doesn't sit well with my general.
Well, you know, he drinks coffee, don't you? He's a coffee drinker. Yeah.
Well, when the other day the boys they had a couple of days off, and as boys do, they go and organise a couple of rounds of golf. He stayed in the Tibetan mountains with his family.
Yeah. Flog.
Rare.
Yeah.
Fucking rare.
Yeah.
Fuck, he's a rare unit, isn't he? Staying in the Himalayas. I read an article where he said he likes to jump in the ocean. Fucking leggies. They're fucking weird.
Aren't they weird?
Yeah. Jumping in the ocean because he likes cold water. Mate, just fucking get to the driving range and hit a couple.
You know Stuart McGill got kidnapped by drug dealers?
Well, there was nothing... That was mistaken identity.
And that can happen.
Nothing to do with McGill.
That can happen.
He explained that on Lunch with Lee, where they actually then used AI to generate the clips. So that's Zampa sort of.
Yeah.
He's not for me. It's not for me.
It's not really for me.
Yeah. So Cummins not for me.
And
Zampa
you know what?
not for me.
I'm actually not watching anymore. I refuse to watch.
Yeah.
I refuse to watch. If you're going to do that to an energy company, I'm not interested.
No. If you're going to do that to Cricket Australia's coffers,
the coffers,
yeah,
because you know me, you know what I am. I'm a coffers guy.
Yeah, always have been.
Are people still watching?
This is our best bit. Yeah, there's 3,000 people. Who else don't we like? What? I mean, Hetty. You know, it's a bit I thought he was a bit wafty for me early in his career.
It's a bit loose, isn't it?
Is it? You just,
It's just a little loose.
you know, like
I'm just looking at the highlights of this opening spell when Shammy was coming in. Every ball was an event.
yeah, there was a lot going on. in
Head
that
was
first
trying to
game.
hit every ball for 4, and he was like 10 off about 25. Like, this was... I feel like I still need to watch the highlights to fucking catch it all up. Some of these shots, man, fucking hell. I mean, they got the better of the conditions, like, no doubt about it.
But they had to have the balls to choose that.
Mate, absolutely.
You had to face the might of India in the first
I just
innings.
think it's funny that, like, India fucking shit-tipped themselves out of a fucking even contest. Like, the tosses... Not
They
necessarily
didn't
decided
expect
the
that
game, but-
Australia would have the balls to bowl. That's
Yeah.
the calculation.
Yeah.
I
Just
reckon they make that deck to like double bluff Australia into batting and suffering.
Well, I mean, you and I were talking before, and I was like, the only way Australia win is
by batting first. Absolutely. Absolutely. Again, just
What a
goes to
winner.
show the excellence.
Fucking moron.
Oh, morons deluxe.
Absolute
morons
fucking
cubed.
Internet dickheads.
Yeah.
Right. What do you want to do here? Do you want to should we stay around for the trophy ceremony? Do people want us to react to that, or should we just collect our thoughts here to record the review?
Yes.
What do you think? This might be an opportunity. I mean, it's been a few minutes. Might be an opportunity to sign off.
Yeah, might be able to sign off and
Yeah.
and say thank you to everybody as well.
Thank you so much to everyone that has joined us over the last what's it been, 3-4 hours, I suppose. We were going to do the full thing, but it was going to be like 8 hours. Now we're prepared to go for another hour, so Australia's actually fucking wiped the floor with these coats.
Figure of
And
speech.
I feel fresh and good to go. I mean, I'm twitching because I've had 3 Red Bulls, and my eyes are popping out of my head. But yeah, this has been great fun as always. Thank you so much for joining us here on TJC. If you haven't already and you've enjoyed our stuff, click subscribe. There'll be a review coming out later, I suppose in the next few hours, really. There's also a World Cup review coming out this week. There's a main podcast coming out on Tuesday, I think it is. And if you want to support us, go to patreon.com/Grey Cricketer and you can sign up there and support our little community. As we move forward, there's still plenty happening on our channel moving forward. The Australian Test Match summer starts in a couple of weeks. We're not going to be doing the 5 T20s against India because seriously, who gives a fuck about that? There's also a 5 Test Match series against England in India coming up. Australia going to New Zealand, then there's the IPL, then there's the next World Cup in the West Indies in the US in the middle of next year. So there's so much happening on the channel. So click subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for joining us. Pezza, you get the final word.
I just want to say a shout out to everybody who joined us throughout this World Cup. We have a review to come that will be the last kind of proper video that we put out. But if you are here and you have been following us through the World Cup, we're immensely grateful for your viewership and your support. Like, we definitely read and follow the sentiment around what we're doing. It's so awesome. Like, we get so much energy from the people who do support us. So if you've stuck with us all this way on this stream, but also through the whole World Cup, massive thank you. We love doing cricket into India. We love doing cricket all round. So thank you for your support. It's because of your support that we actually feel that this is a worthwhile thing to do. Obviously, tonight it's Fucker Sucker Ding Dong for India. Another night it's going to be Fucker Sucker Ding Dong Australia. But that night's not tonight. Tonight it's a cry more suck off spectrum for Australia, and we're going to enjoy that, as I'm sure that you can understand that that's what we're going to do. Nevertheless, thanks so much for your support this entire World Cup, and we'll do one more review before taking a little break from cricket in India.